wait, before. Oh, well, I just want to know. Like, I just.
Hey, what's up? Here's my thumbnail here. I got some crazy shit going. Got F. Abraham Murray getting fired from Mythic Quest.
Who?
F. Abraham Murray. You probably know him from White Lotus. Probably the most popular thing he's in.
I only saw like half of an episode of the first season with but that's the one with Alexander Dario and Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only saw a little bit of that, but from what I've seen on like Twitter and shit, people love that second fucking season. I don't know what the hell they did, but
He's in Scarface too. And he's also in Amadeus as like the main character.
Shit. Yeah, this guy is like a smug asshole villain always.
Yeah, so he
I
had
think
some
he's
issues too.
typecasted.
We'll get to that.
Or maybe he's not typecasted. He's just a piece of shit.
Yeah, we'll get to that. First thing I want to talk about is the Lilo and Stitch apparently is too white for the fans. That's actually kind of interesting because
Too white? Maybe the lighting was just a little turned up.
No, it's like all these people are complaining once they kind of have an actress that's too white for the character. But meanwhile, the girl who's playing the character is Hawaiian and like fits the role. But there's been all this controversy about it. Like some of the tweets I was reading are just ridiculous. Like
do you have any? You should post some examples.
I got it up on screen here because they casted another guy today who's also kind of white but also is Hawaiian. Maybe it's just that the animation made them a little darker than they are. But someone said kill your producer. This one guy says, I'm going to kill myself in front of people who are casting this movie to change the trajectory of their lives in hopes that they will change their mind.
I wonder if like these people are just like they're serious or they're just trolling with that like, crazy goofy stuff.
That I think was a troll. When I was reading that, I was like, that's a troll.
Yeah, that's I'm starting to wonder. It's because you know, the lines are so blurred sometimes where a fanatic could seem like, you know, a shit poster.
Yeah, I think that one is like obviously just trying to be controversial and probably bullshit. The one below it saying, "Who is this yellow cracker?" I think that was probably real. I can see someone saying that. This one guy says, debt to the casting director of this movie. I'm so serious. And then someone says, oh, these are all people that also have pronouns in their bio, so it's like you have to take it for what it is.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If you search any of these people, they all have pronouns. That's the same thing with, like, there's some Harry Potter controversy shit, which will never end, and probably now forever. But I've been seeing the same thing. Stephen T says, at this rate, Disney is going to make Stitch a white alien voiced by Chris Pratt. Oh, this is funny. Someone says they might as well rename this film Light Skin and Stitch. At this point, Stitch is going to be beige as well. It's so funny because, you know, everyone would complain about, oh yeah, Kang got fired. He's fucking done. Jonathan Majors is done. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, Jonathan Majors is really fucked. He strangled his girlfriend and got arrested for it. And I think it's still like alleged, but I guess they know maybe more. But he's getting dropped by his talent agency, and it looks like Marvel's already getting ready to replace him. And he's like their big investment. He was supposed to be in another like 6 movies.
Man, this is like some Jesse Smollett shit all over again.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the guy because it does seem like he was promising as far as an actor, but that's getting cut short. I mean, Also,
in this Whiteboard Rick movie, and he was fucking terrible. And then all this other shit that he came out in, I didn't care about, like Ant-Man and Rocky 80. I don't give a fuck about all that shit.
yeah, and then also just this is ridiculous with the fans calling this girl too light. You know, it's like, come on, she's fucking Hawaiian. Yeah, and they're gonna make because they're making everything in live action because they got to make money off everything. Disney. There's gonna be a Moana movie, and I guess because the girl who voiced the character is the same person, they're fine with it. But she's really light skinned too. She doesn't look like the character. She doesn't look Hawaiian, like or really tan or dark. I don't know. You gotta have there's a certain color tone for them to accept it, I guess. Which isn't that racist or I don't know. I would say so. A fine line, right?
I mean, what?
Like, is that racist or not? I mean, the fact that they're, isn't it being racist saying that this person's too light for the role when they are Hawaiian? I don't know. It's like,
I mean, it's. I feel like it's just the whatever narrative you're trying to convey.
I feel like it's like, remember when Russell Wilson was not black enough or something? It's the same kind of thing. It's like, isn't he black though? Still, like, come on, like that's as racist as being blatantly racist towards someone saying no, not black enough. Well, Denver has to deal with that guy now. So I know that was in Seattle. Yeah, so definitely interesting stuff with what's gonna happen with that. I'm sure people will not like any kind of whitewashing. Meanwhile, blackwashing is completely fine. You cast a character that is white to be black, completely fine. Oh yeah. So let me see. Going on to the Mario stuff. Have you heard about Mario? All the success Mario's been having?
I just heard like people I work with had to go see it out of like, you know, because they have kids.
Yeah, but did they like it?
I don't know. I didn't ask them for a review or anything.
I mean, all I've heard is decent stuff like about it. I mean, I've heard like I said, like you see this review score where it's like 96% of the people are liking it. It's really just the critics who don't like it, and I think that also has to do a little bit with Disney. Like Disney does not want this movie to succeed. That's a big part of it.
Why?
Because if this movie succeeds, man, then that's a big fuck you to Disney. The fact that it's getting money and all that shit, and it's getting close to, it's gonna get close to the highest producing movie. So the highest producing animated movie. We're talking about this. You were saying how you don't think animated movies make money. Remember you saying that?
No. I didn't say that. I said I wasn't sure, like, as far as how the gross of animated movies is to live action, to where why Disney's just rebooting all their animated shit in live action. But then you said it's because they're out of content and they just want to retread shit
Oh
that was
yeah,
successful.
and even going back to all these things, they've never had content like Little Mermaid, Hans Christian Andersen. A lot of their stuff is not original. A lot of their stuff is taken from fairy book. Like they don't come up with many things that are original. I think Frozen is kind of is, but it's sort of kind of based on a lot of other things put together. But Frozen 2 was the highest grossing animated film of all time at 1.4
Yeah,
billion.
when you're like too big to fail like that, you can just absorb shit like some
Yeah.
fucking supervillain, and the little peons have no control of what you're even doing to them.
Yeah. But this Super Mario movie is already getting like 700 million globally, and it hasn't even been released in Japan. So that's purely just America and everywhere else. Japan is going to be like going off when this shit happens. Right now, yeah, 710 million worldwide, 360 million domestic, which is pretty fucking good. Pretty much the same amount international. And then we're looking at this. Super Mario Brothers is projected to make 1 billion before it even opens Japan. That's going to be like 2 weeks from now. So it's going to kind of go off. There's a good chance that this movie will make
buy stock in like a film's release, like pre-release.
Well, I think this is Universal. I want to say this is Universal. So if you can buy
So
stock,
then you would just buy stock in the company that's releasing it.
yeah, if you can buy stock in Universal, which I think you might be able to, that would probably be a good buy. It would have been a good before Super Mario's come out, like because it's already like
Yeah.
trending to do this. Like this would have been good right before it
When I
came
saw
out.
the trailers, I definitely felt like I don't know. I felt not like good about it and that it was going to be good, but I felt like good about their marketing and the way it looked and the nostalgia they were trying to tap into.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely. It's not a movie for us. You know, it's not a movie for adults. It doesn't seem like they're even trying for that.
No, we didn't we see that Wreck-It Ralph shit? That was not for adults.
That was geared more towards older audiences than this. That was, but I didn't like that movie. I know I know a lot of adults did. I did not. I thought the movie kind of sucked.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I can't
But
remember it too
if
well
if
either.
you can't remember it, then it probably wasn't good.
Yeah, that's the thing with that. I mean, I remember the first fucking Super Mario Brothers movie with Leguizamo and who's the guy, the
Yeah, but I know that I remember that for like
creepy
bad reasons.
reasons. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like how strange it was and like funny bad, and
I
that's something we probably could have reviewed and commentaried on.
Yeah, I mean, I have like an old lunchbox that has like I know I have the Mario Brothers movie lunchbox. I know it's downstairs, like in my basement right now as we talk. It was popular at the time. Doesn't really I don't think like this. Not like this at all. I mean, I could see. Let's see what it did. Let's see. Bob Hoskins, that's right, man. Yeah, it made like $20 million, so nothing even close to what this movie's making. Bad marketing. Especially like at the time. This game was peak. This was like peak Mario time, at least for Super Nintendo era, right? Like I was playing around then. I know it's definitely
I
still up.
like Super Mario All Stars.
Yeah, because that had it all. That was like the game that had all the different like ports or whatever. You could port in all the games. That was my favorite one too. Because Super Mario Brothers World was great. The one where you first got Yoshi. You can
I
get
never
like
played that.
you never played that
I never
one? Like
played any of the Kirby shit too. I always had Sega systems, and my cousin had Nintendo shit.
okay,
And
yeah. I never had Sega. I only like play that at other people's houses.
yeah, like trying to play Nintendo at his house sucked because he wouldn't play the games I wanted to. Though we did play this fighter game with when you're a dinosaur. That one was good. I think it was called Rage or some shit.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
raptor. It was like a raptor, a T Rex, an ape, and like a
Primal.
shell guy. Like
Is it
a
Primal Rage or some shit? Primal something. I want to say Primal's in the name. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
oh
yeah.
wow, they made a movie out of it.
It's Primal Rage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, of
Check it
course.
out.
Oh wow, I did not know they made a movie out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you now.
I mean, this is one of those movies. Like Super Mario is one of those movies that's easily the most successful video game movie already. Like this movie is easily the most successful video game movie. Only in like 2 weeks. Like that is kind of interesting for that. I mean, Warcraft, what did that make? That didn't do terrible. Let me see what. Yeah, Warcraft didn't
You
do
can
too
actually
well.
get the full movie, the promo rage movie on YouTube. I just sent you it.
Oh wow, okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting like a live action movie. Oh wow, some bad makeup of these gnomes in it or some shit, or gnomes or trolls or something. Wow, it looks bad. This might not be connected to the movie. I'm actually kind of thinking it's not.
Yeah,
I think this.
this game was good though. It was
I don't think this
after
is
like
connected to the movie.
Mortal Kombat blew up and every single company was just trying to make another Mortal Kombat, and they just tried to make Mortal Kombat with dinosaurs. It's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. Like that's exactly what I wanted.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking at this now with Warcraft.
I
Warcraft
like
made.
how they included the ape character too. You know,
Yeah.
to have some at least like a mega mammal
No,
represented.
Sega had games that were a little more like cooler than Nintendo. I remember that. Like that was more for like cooler class of
Well,
shit.
they had a shit that was like way too hard to play to
Like
the point
Aladdin.
of being like unplayable. Yeah, like especially for certain age levels. I mean, I even if I went back to them, I don't know how well I'd do.
Well, that was like kind of an old gaming thing where you would like the fun of it was making it super hard. Where I feel like that isn't that fun because then you can't ever get past like the first couple levels. Remember, like that's like an arcade game type mentality. Like, let's make it super hard so you can try to keep playing and losing. You know, like that was their method of keeping you interested. To be like, oh, I can get a little further and then maybe do it. That was like Aladdin.
Yeah,
Bad strategy.
some of the jumps you had to pull off are just like they don't feel realistic, you know.
Yeah, and you'd have to time everything else before it. So it's like you'd have to make sure you have all your timing down before you get to that hard part, and then do that, and then you get to the next thing, and it's hard. No, that was tough. Yeah, so I'm looking at Warcraft, 440 million worldwide. Mario's already beat that. Actually, pretty much already doubled that in 2 weeks. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that Warcraft movie was just so late.
Yeah, if that came out around like the game came out in 2004. If that came out around like 2008, it would have been like so much different. Also, probably would have been made a better movie. Just maybe not have David Bowie's son attached to it.
Doing what?
He was directing it. Duncan Jones directed that movie.
Uh,
Yeah, Nepo baby, right?
yeah.
Nepo.
Wait, Nepo baby. What the fuck is that?
They call like any of these like Hollywood people that have kids, like Kylie Jenner, Nepo baby, nepotism baby.
Yeah. There's a million of those motherfuckers. I mean,
Yeah, it's like you can start to research people and you realize they're all kind of coming from that. Like Luke and
yeah,
Owen Wilson. I
it's
just
like
found
when I
out
did this article on failed starters that became closers. I realized they're all just nepo babies.
they're all former players' sons.
No, they're just all like the same fucking thing to where it's redundant to even make an article about it.
I just noticed like there's all these people when you really look at it, they're all connected. Like even the Wilsons brothers, both their parents were producers and TV producers. I was like, oh, okay, I get it
Who?
why they're famous.
Who?
Luke and Owen Wilson, their parents were like executive producers and TV
Oh,
producers. So it's always thought like, you look at Owen Wilson's kind of weird looking. Why would he kind of get a big push? Well, it's because he was given that push.
well, no, they got connected to all Wes Anderson's like no money, low budget coming up bullshit when they were from all that.
Yeah, and I think both of them, I do like both of them. I think both of them are good for what they do. But yeah, I mean, they probably got that though still from being parents of or kids of producers.
That's that's the thing you got to track though. Is like, what is the success rate to failure of a nepo baby? Maybe we want nepo babies.
I mean, a lot of them are. I mean, yeah, a lot of them are. It's hard to track
Like
because
Sophia Coppola, that's a nepo baby that did some decent stuff.
yeah, I mean, you just realize that a lot of them. Yeah, well, I don't know. That depends. I think I don't. That depends on your opinion of her. I think the general public opinion of her is that she sucks. This is what I would say. I think if you're like into arty movies, then you maybe like her. But when I
Well,
mean,
she's not even like artistic in the way where she's gonna make a bunch of like weird, hard to digest stuff.
I
It's
mean,
like
she's.
artistic in the way that it's like just very slow and uneventful and boring.
I mean, she's not making the
It's
next.
like the female Jim Jarmusch, you
Yeah,
know.
she's not making the next Resident Evil movie. Like she's not gonna do that. It would be funny if they do. Which is actually kind of weird about Greta Gerwig doing the Barbie movie, because that's kind of like giving an indie filmmaker like a really big weird budget. So I'm curious at how that'll do.
Yeah, I brought up that Barbie movie in my office, and the people were kind of confused and like who that's for. They weren't sure if it's like for their kids or like.
If you look at it, it seems like it's for millennials. It's for older people, because it seems to be a big joke on the whole Barbie thing. It's not for kids. Like the Super Mario Brothers movie is 100%. You could tell is geared towards kids. It's kind of goofy. I mean, you have bigger name actors like Chris Pratt, who I guess is a star now, right? He's made the money. He's got that Jurassic Park though.
Yeah.
I would say he is probably one of the last American stars. Not too many left.
What?
Like a big Hollywood star. Like a lot of them are just not big anymore. Like I've heard Tarantino talk about it when he's talking about all the superhero movies. They're not stars. The characters are stars. No one gives a shit about Chris Evans. They care about Captain America.
Well, I guess you're right, because he was in that uh Don't Worry Darling shit, and people didn't even realize he was in it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I mean, when's he gonna come out as being gay too? Come on, we all know. Everyone can tell Chris Evans.
Oh, I don't know. Is that
Oh yeah, that's a thing, man. That's a big thing.
is it like a subreddit?
Oh, I'm sure there's subreddits on that shit. That's a whole. That's a whole John. That's a whole Rule 34, man. So how's your fantasy stuff going? Are you winning? Are you losing? Did you win your first couple weeks?
On the one league where I have save plus holds,
Mhm.
the last 2 years I've just like completely dominated. But the standard Yahoo stuff where it's required to have 20 innings per week, it's harder to navigate because I'll have to stream somebody
Oh, okay.
at least once. And then when you do that, it's like a 50-50. You could like
Yeah.
get lucky and they're okay and they go 5 innings, or they get their shit pushed in and you're completely flogged.
Oh, I could see that totally.
It's weird, man. Like baseball is nothing like football, the way that it's played, you have to, it's just like a whole different like part of your brain that gets used. I don't know how to say it. Like it's just I have to think about it so differently.
I could see
And that's
that.
what sucks about like going against people who just do one sport and nothing else. They definitely have an advantage. Like they spent so much more time doing it. It's just too hard to not do football stuff because it's the biggest market. Like it's huge.
Yeah, it definitely
Baseball
is.
and football, do not compare. And I do like that ESPN is trying to help. Like they're trying to get hockey to be up there.
They're
I mean,
trying.
it's definitely like building, but I don't know what it's gonna take. Like they need like a player or something that's gonna stand out. You know, like basketball has LeBron. You know, like football has Patrick Mahomes. Like they need like somebody that's gonna represent it. I guess it's McDavid.
Probably is McDavid. Yeah, he's ridiculous. I have to say, I'm not an Oilers fan by any stretch of imagination, but he's just crazy to watch. He really is. He's got like 150
Yeah,
points. He's
I
Gretzky
know
level
he did something that's pretty
on
rare
Edmonton.
and historic.
Yeah.
But it feels like you like other than me and like a few people, like it's not that known or impactful. It's just people don't care about hockey like they do the big three.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
hard to really get on that level. Same with soccer. I feel like soccer's got a better chance than hockey does.
Oh, it definitely. Yeah. No, it definitely.
Like there's some shit going on right
Like
now I
it's
don't
a
even know about.
larger
And
scale when you get the World Cup. You get to that
you
level
know,
of.
two, two to three people I work with, they're like obsessed with soccer shit right now because of whatever is going on. I think it's like, I don't know, it's some kind of like big tournament or
Qualifier or some shit.
I don't know. Something's going on, but like I've never been exposed to this much soccer before. And I thought it was like boring as shit to watch.
Oh,
I
it's so
mean, the few
fucking
times
boring.
I did, like I remember there was
It's
some
not a
pizza
fun sport to
places I would go
watch.
to. I feel like there's a pizza place we go to a lot near
Oh, like every Italian place, they got like shitty Italian
yeah,
leagues on
it's
all the
going
time.
on. Every time I see it, the score is like 0-0 or
Yeah.
1-0, and it's just a timer going down that I can't fucking tell how much time's left. Like it's not like a quarter or a period. I don't know. It's just like the timing of it is so ambiguous and weird. I can't really gauge what to expect is going to happen to the point where I just don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I definitely agree.
And it's a lot of just people at midfield passing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's just
It's a
completely
stalemate.
uneventful.
I don't want to watch a stalemate game. I mean, we were talking about with Dave. Rugby sounds like at least funner to watch. If I was over there, I'd probably be watching rugby more than soccer.
Well, I feel like that is
I think it's pretty quick too. I think it's like a
football.
quick game.
So if you like football, you probably like rugby.
Yeah, I think it's like a little shorter than football too, so it's easy to digest. I'd rather that. Like when you watch a fucking 3-hour game of soccer and no one fucking scores. Jesus Christ. Well, I think it's a 90-minute game, so it's an hour and a half. But then there's always overtime. So I guess you're looking at like 2-hour game of nothing really happening. Baseball. It's funny how they're like, oh, games are now finishing under 3 hours. that's good. That ain't good. Oh, I do remember
Yeah,
I do remember 5-hour games. Like there was definitely 5-hour playoff games. I remember. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, I'm having to like watch and care about baseball shit now, and I appreciate the rule changes because it was excruciating before.
Yeah. So the longest baseball game went 33 innings, 8 hours and 25 minutes in April 1991. Oof. It was a
Can
minor
we
league
show this
game.
video of all the Primal Rage fatalities, or we get in trouble?
No, we'd probably get in trouble for that. You can't show shit now. You can't show anything. You can only show like
Mm.
little
We
clips
show it
that
on
have been
Twitch.
approved. No, I can go on Twitch, but the thing is that meanwhile we're also on YouTube, so it's a double-edged
Oh,
sword.
yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
because I
so
want to like watch this video and comment on it because a lot of them are fucking awesome, but you can clearly tell that they're trying to like oh man, like one of them is this ape guy shooting piss that explodes.
well, you know what, man? I'll put it up here. Let's see what happens. Let's roll the dice here. I'm playing these fatalities right now.
This game
I'm
was
not gonna put the sound on. Oh, so I totally remember this game. Oh, Sauron. Wow.
yeah, Sauron, yeah.
Wow.
This game was like my favorite game, like growing up. Like this is it felt like a mixture of like Mortal Kombat and Clay Fighter and like all these other franchises I love too. But I was like so into dinosaurs.
I mean,
But
also have to say, like, the graphics on Sega are awesome. Like, really good. For the time, they're fucking crazy. They're so much better than Nintendo at the time.
well, that's why so many of the games from that period are just classics, you know, like beyond whatever console.
Also,
Just like
like in this
the
game, they'd
platform.
show blood. I remember that with they took out all the blood on Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo. It was so like when I'd play at friends' houses on Sega, it'd be like much better.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat got a lot of pushback, and then it did get like censored and stuff.
Yeah, these fatalities. I don't think actually, you know what? I don't think anyone's coming for me on this video. This one's probably safe. Yeah, this one's cool. I wonder what came out first. Did Mortal Kombat?
That's Stonehenge, isn't it?
Was that?
They're
I
trying
turned
to go
into a
for like
cow.
some Stonehenge ripoff.
Oh, I totally remember the fucking ape guy here. Some King Kong, Bigfoot shit.
Wait, that one's really weird.
That one is definitely
Oh,
weird. It like pops him up and throws him away.
yeah, he lands in the back. I missed that.
That one, oh, that's good. Oh man, it's awesome. No, they had cool fatalities. Oh, I like the
What I
background
like
here.
though is they have all these little people. Oh yeah, this is the big one.
Wait, he just piss on him? Is that pissing
yeah,
on him?
yeah.
That's some monkey piss, man. That's what you want.
I like though how they have all the little people in the back to show the context of how huge the characters are that are fighting.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good scale kind of thing. Give it some scale. These characters also look like I can't tell if they're like rotoscoped. Oh, that one's awesome. Armadon looks really good.
Yeah, I always this is my guy.
Yeah, this one
This is my
looks
character.
modeled awesome. Especially in this skin that's coming up right now. That's really good. That
That's like
color on the
some
left.
Raiden ripoff.
Yeah, I'm almost kind of curious at what they did to make these characters. Like, was this photos of clay?
I
Because
don't
they
know.
almost feel like it.
Damn, that looks awesome.
Yeah. I like this background too. You got this Aztec pyramid over here. Then a volcano that's going off. You know, it's like a show for these people.
Diablo's
They don't even
looking good
care.
shit.
They don't even care that fucking oh shit, okay. Back to this. Oh yeah, I was watching Jackson 5 with Cher. It's an interesting video right there.
I've seen that.
Yeah, they did like a whole like 5
Actually,
songs and shit.
I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
It's
They had
crazy.
Cher doing a moonwalk, right?
No, I don't think so, but it was just it's
And then
crazy
she
like
sucked off like at the brother. Yeah,
there was one there's one part of this that's like fucking nuts. Like whatever Michael Jackson does is fucking crazy. Let me see. Someone puts it in the comments. Like watch this dance move right there. It's fucking crazy. Like he really is like so much better than everyone on stage. It's like incredibly noticeable. Like that was one thing. It's like when you're around good dancers and you're still like ridiculous, it can let you know how crazy someone is. He was good. It was good. Sony killed him for his money, right? So I hear.
I mean, you can't deny. Yeah, you can't deny him.
Oh yes, moving on. F. Murray Abrams. He got kicked out because of sexual misconduct. And the funny thing is, this now is coming out so much later. It's like now being released, but the third season happened months ago, kind of like towards the beginning of the year, maybe a little before. And now Mac Mac from Always Sunny is saying that he decided to kind of like quietly kick him off. But so
So
apparently he was touching, I think, kind of like groping or kind of, you know, sexually harassing some
molesting.
of the girls on the set. And there's not that many. So I'm kind of wondering who it was. But it's weird because his character on the show is sort of creepy in general. So it kind of fits the character. Maybe he was character acting. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? If I'm him, I'm gonna say I was method acting.
Yeah, I mean, also he was honestly one of the best characters on the show. It's like a big it's a big letdown to see that he's off it because of those reasons. Because I always thought like, oh, they wrote him off
Careful.
they wrote him off in the beginning of the season. I was always like, oh, maybe they'll just like be bullshit and he'll come back. Because the way they wrote him off felt kind of weird. So I was like, okay, maybe they're just like he can't do the season and he'll be back later. And I really wish that, but I guess no. He won an Oscar for Amadeus, by the way. I didn't know that. That is
What else
interesting.
was he nominated for?
That's the only thing I think he's probably nominated for. But he's definitely was really good in Scarface, really good in Amadeus. Honestly, he's a great actor. I'm a big fan. Everything he does is usually pretty good.
Yeah, and he has good selection of projects too.
Yeah, also Grand Budapest he was really good in. You know, he's one of the main characters, kind of the narrator to the whole thing. He's a very good voice, so I feel like that works with a lot of things. He's someone you could always have as a voice actor. It's just if you
Yeah.
watch Mythic Quest, you realize this is one of the best characters. He's like the writer of the show, and he's very over the top. Kind of like it's hard to explain his character. He's just very good.
Not anymore.
Nah, man, yeah, it sucks too because that show kind of needs him. He was a good part of it, and I wonder if White Lotus. I don't know if White Lotus has him in season 2, but I assume he'll probably get kicked out of that too. Which is yeah, I mean, I guess he's older now, so you can always kick these people out. I feel like that's
I
why
feel
they've
like
done this.
yeah, I feel like it's easier to cancel someone older than up and coming, like the guy you just brought up from Ant-Man and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's 83. You know, how long is he going to be around? You know, honestly, when you're 83, you could go any moment. There is that always chance, you
Yeah,
know.
it's an easy target.
I mean, you could go any moment anyway, but 83, it's even worse. You never know. I'm very curious to see which which cast members it was on Mythic Quest that he was kind of creeping on. And it
I
makes
haven't watched the show, but if you watched it, you should probably know.
well, it makes me think it was there's very few. It's like there's this girl who's like this Asian Australian girl who is really cute. So I'm kind of wondering if it was maybe her. There's
I
very
mean,
limited
people love
options.
speculation, so might as
So
well.
so if you're gonna speculate, there's this girl, Charlotte Nicotto. Then there's this girl, which he did some episodes with. So I kind of think probably not. She plays like a
No,
lesbian
if you did
character.
episodes with, there's probably a better chance, right?
Maybe in the last season he did a few episodes with this girl in particular.
For a reason.
And then there's this black girl she's cute. Amani Hakim. She ain't bad. pretty cute. She's one of the worst characters. Like her and the other girl are kind of one of the worst characters in the show. And then there's this girl who's kind of the assistant of Rickety Cricket, she's kind of bigger. She's not like a small girl. She's cute. She's got a good face, but she's kind of bigger. See here?
Yeah, she's got a wig on.
You think this girl's got a wig, huh?
Well, you could see the seams.
I would say honestly, she's attractive. If like she lost weight, she'd be super attractive. She's one of those women like,
Oh, you're talking about somebody else.
yeah, I'm talking about Jessie Ennis.
Yeah, no, I was talking about somebody else. She doesn't have a weave.
She's one of the funnier characters, I'll say,
On what?
on Mythic Quest.
Brie Larson's on that shit?
No, I think she's just posing with a photo for her.
Oh.
Never a good
Like,
sign though to be associated with Brie Larson though. Although I have to say, Brie Larson in the new Marvels movie is actually looking pretty good in this tank top I saw her in.
You got a photo? You got a link?
Let me see if I can find the tank top photo here. Yeah, this was she's looking pretty good in this. I was noticing. I was like, hey, she ain't looking bad. I feel like they padded up that bra a bit though. There's some padding going on there.
I
don't know. Got to make it marvelous, man.
She's
Marvel.
She's just she's way too cunty and obnoxious for me to
yeah. It's sad because of how cunty she is. It kind of lowers her attractiveness. Because by all accounts, she's an attractive blonde younger girl, but so obnoxious. I mean, I would say she's attractive for sure. But
I can hear her like annoying tone in my head when I see her face. Like I just can't do it. Yeah, I'd rather bag her up.
I don't know where she got this entitlement from of being such a she thinks she's bigger than she is.
It's not even that. Like
from what?
She's just always been like smug.
I guess
like a resting bitch face.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from. I guess that's just white women in 2022, or 2023 now.
It's her predisposition. She can't control it.
You think it's white privilege?
No, I just think her as a person, like her personality, she's smug and cold and kind of off-putting.
It could be that, man. I'm kind of wondering if it's white privilege. I searched Brie Larson white privilege.
No, that was just because her movie fucking sucked and all the comments were hating on it. But other than that, just her personality seems kind of like, I don't know.
Well, I think she's someone who's really played into. I wish white men hated domestic violence and sexual as much as they hated Brie Larson. Yeah, that's true. They definitely hate Brie Larson more. I agree with that meme there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was not in White Lotus season 2. So he's probably axed from Hollywood these days. Speaking of another person axed is Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. What the fuck happened there? Because he was in every single fucking movie I've seen a trailer for the last year and a half.
He was going to be in like the next 6 Marvel movies as like the main bad guy. Now he's like done. And Creed or whatever. He's been in all these things. He's fucking done.
Yeah, people love that reboot, the Creed shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard good stuff about it. I mean, you're doing a boxing movie.
It's all there,
Yeah.
Like, Rocky's a good franchise, and it's just more of it. So
yeah,
and obviously it's completely different because it's not some old. Well, no, he's the trainer. Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I actually just found out how Carl Weathers has a son. He should have been in it.
Oh.
Carl Weathers' son.
Well, he got killed off, right? Didn't Apollo Creed get murdered?
Yeah, but it's like one of his sons is in Star Trek. I know that.
I actually saw there's like a thread about people who commiserate over how Apollo Creed should have been murdered, and then Sylvester Stallone kind of agreed to it.
Yeah, I've been watching. I started watching Picard. Man, it's really good. It's like shockingly good. I watched The Mandalorian new season, and then started watching the new Picard, which is season 3. I watched the first 2 seasons, and they're like god awful, like not even worth watching. I barely watched it, but the 3rd season is like really fucking good. It's by a guy who was a Star Trek fan, and you can totally tell the difference. Someone who actually like cares about it. It's like shocking. It's like, you know how a lot of these, like these rebooted franchises don't really appeal to the old fans. This actually does. It's really shocking. Very good too. Like good acting. Like I really could recommend this to anyone, and probably would like it. Even if they don't know Star Trek, they'd probably like Picard season 3.
Who?
Picard season 3. Patrick Stewart plays Picard.
Yeah, I don't know who Picard is.
Patrick Stewart,
like the rum.
Captain Picard, best captain of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite cat? What are you like a Kirk guy or whatever? You like Captain Kirk more?
No, I don't know any of it. Like I know Data, who's the
they brought him back. Guy. He's in this. Data's.
I know the Reading Rainbow guy.
Yep, he's back.
To watch Roots like for
he's back
4 years in a row. I've seen Roots like 20 times. I've seen that and the Clash. What's that Titans movie? Remember the Titans or something? I've seen both those movies like 10 times.
Yeah, but Geordie's back. Reading Rainbow guy is back. LeVar Burton. Everybody from the original cast is back from the 90s Star Trek.
Okay, so Spock's back.
Spock. No, Spock's dead. Leonard Nimoy's dead. That's old shit. Oh. I'm talking 90s Trek where it's like, Worf.
No, new Spock.
You got Geordie LaForge
from Smallville, right?
Yeah, they're done with those. They're done with those movies. As it seems, they're done with those movies.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, Jar Jar Abrams. Yeah, he's done, man. I think he's done with Star Trek.
Why are you calling him that? What's his new nickname?
I like that nickname, Jar Jar Abrams. He's the reboot guy.
Like, what do you do?
Because he's attached to Star Trek and all that stuff. So, and
is he pushing from like Jar Jar to be in shit again?
I mean, I'd say he's as bad as Jar Jar. So I'd put JJ in that realm of terrible. He fell so hard in Hollywood. He fell so hard with having those Star Wars movies like bomb. End of his career.
Nah, people love Lost and all that shit.
Yeah, it's old. What's the latest thing Jar Jar's done? JJ stands for Jar Jar. So that's also what it seems to be. That's the thing, man. He hasn't done shit. He hasn't done shit since the Star Wars.
Didn't he do he did a King Kong reboot?
No, that was Peter Jackson.
Yeah. I don't know. He's on Avatar. Something with Avatar.
No, I don't think so. That's James Cameron. I could see him trying to like attach himself onto it though. Like be like, I'll make an Avatar show. I'm friends with George Lucas.
They should make an Avatar show and it'd make a ton of money. It would just undermine the main franchise.
I just got to see what George Lucas is doing, man. He's probably eating a salad right now. In San Francisco. Yeah, he's probably eating like a Cobb salad.
He's probably I don't think he even eats at this point. He probably just has pills that
Yeah, that could be the case, man.
can sustain him for hours at a time. He doesn't even eat food. When you're generating that kind of money, you can't be actually eating.
I don't know, man. You
You have to
seen that
bypass
gullet on that
that.
guy? You seen that gullet on this guy? He looks like he's eating. Oh, that's all I'll say. I think he's getting a healthy diet.
A gullet,
Yeah,
like
he's
a
kind of got a
bird, like a
gullet.
pelican.
He kind of looks like
You're
there's
comparing him to a pelican,
a little bit. He kind of looks like this
like a pelican.
he looks like the Star Wars guy. I'll show you the clip. It's he kind of has the same look as this guy. He's got this gullet like this, just with a beard.
Well, yeah, if you're trying to hide your gullet, you got to grow a beard.
Yeah, I mean, hey, come on. You know, what can you do? I think George Lucas is one of those people that really he really relied off of
Uh,
yeah,
you're
you know
like
what?
completely, you're like completely dehumanizing this guy right now.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Yeah, when
That's the first step into you know, memeing him out into like some freak shit.
I think he completely relied on other people around him, and he took all the credit for all of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people who we like, even like you can go back to like David Bowie. Like a lot of people, they just rip off stuff you haven't heard or you don't know about, and then you just think it as theirs,
Well,
and
like,
you don't know about the
what's your favorite David Bowie stuff?
singles, probably like random singles. Even though I've listened to like full albums and stuff, all like the major, shit you hear like on the radio all the time is the stuff that's in my head, like Let's Dance or some whatever stuff like that. I don't like remember music in like albums at all. Like it's always like just random like parts and shit. Not like even full songs most of the time. Is George Lucas still doing shit?
All he's doing is counting his money. He doesn't have to do anything. He hasn't had to do anything since like day one. Day one after Star Wars got released, he doesn't do anything. I think he's kind of known that too. What do you think about David Bowie's acting performances?
I only saw him in Labyrinth, which is
Did
that
you like that
Muppet
haircut though?
movie. I
Do you think David Bowie has quite the leotard collection? I would assume he does. Like that's what I think. I bet you that I see that guy and I think like he's probably got some good leotards.
he probably does. I bet he's got like leotards that are worth, tons of money based on whatever fabric they're made out of or like jewels that are impressed.
This one's pretty cool. Yeah, he definitely. I'm noticing like I was making a joke there. Turns out he does have a lot of leotards.
Because he came up as like a clown type of guy or like a mime. You know that, right? Like David
No,
Bowie started out as like a mime. Yeah.
I
He
did not
wanted to
know
be like
that.
Charlie Chaplin and shit. And then he did like folk rock for a long time. And then he got into like proto punk shit after he came across the Velvet Underground.
When did he
And then
get
he
fucked
completely
by
ripped them off for Ziggy Stardust, which is like, all that is just like Velvet Underground, like cover band, pretty much.
when did he get fucked by Mick Jagger? When did that happen?
In the 70s, or maybe even earlier. I don't know. I know they did. They definitely did fuck. There's a whole like.
Yeah, I think there's a whole like I think their wives said they fucked. Like I think both their wives
There's
came
a
in on
lot of
them.
weird pictures that are not even related to what I thought was going to come up.
Yeah, they're I think it's like confirmed. I think it's like
Wait, what's the
officially confirmed.
three-person one? Who's the third guy in the middle?
Let's see. Oh, I don't know.
No, go back.
This
Yeah,
guy?
scroll down.
Who's this
No,
guy?
no.
This one? Is Lou Reed. Oh, all right. Speaking of Velvet Underground right there. Oh, so Lou Reed definitely probably fucked David Bowie. / vice versa. / probably fucked Mick Jagger. So there was like a 3-way probably going on here. I wonder if fake Paul McCartney got involved at one point or no.
Who?
You know, the replaced Paul McCartney.
After he died?
Oh, dude, he died in 1966. Let's not fuck around. Come on,
Is that related
we all
to
know that.
cloning?
No, he was just I don't know, man. I definitely think he was replaced. I do. I think it was just too much of a media sensation not to replace him. There's all this mind control going on in the 70s with music and 60s. Telling you, man, he was replaced. They also like they've all kind of hinted at it too. I remember I was reading an interview with George Harrison saying like 1966 is when he really like said he woke up, which is when the accident happened with Paul McCartney. He's been replaced. You can see it in the ears. Different person. See the ears? Different guy.
I don't know.
That's Billy Shears, man. That's Billy Shears right there. I don't think so, man. I think he's like, do you think these two people are the same?
Well, that's that'd be interesting to know about. Is like how many really famous or like lucrative people that could made a ton of money have been like cloned or reproduced or kept going, so that even though they died, they still exist.
So,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, dude, just yeah. So speaking of that, there's been numerous people that have come out that said they're doubles, and especially with Kiss. You know, Kiss has the makeup, so I think there's a lot of doubles going on with that.
You mean like a doppelganger?
Well, it's like if you can have a fucking double that looks like you and that has the makeup on, like, and then you can have 6 other shows. Like that's what Kiss is doing. I'm sure they're doing it.
Oh, so you
I
mean
think
like they're hiring like very professional cover bands of themselves?
Dude, I don't even think they're cover bands. I think they're
more money.
I think they're pretending to play to a back.
I never thought about that. That'd be like a really interesting movie.
I think they're pretending to play to a backing track.
Thought about that concept.
I don't even think they're even playing, man. They're playing to a backing track. It's all just a show. It's like lip synced.
People got all pissed off recently about this Frank Ocean fucking shit, where the guy was an hour and a half late to start, and then the entire performance was like just playback stuff, and he was barely singing the whole time. And people were just posting shit like he fucking sucks. I hate him. I hope he dies. Like I hope he never performs again. All this kind of like really fucked up backlash.
All I'm saying, man,
can you imagine like waiting 2 hours for that fucking shit to start? Like,
yeah.
And it's like hot as fuck and you're in the middle of mud.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, that's the thing is like, would you rather have someone go out that looks like you and do it and you just make the money? I think most people like Kiss is such an easy example of they could easily do that whenever. And even like Ace Frehley. Ace Frehley like recently said he's like, I'm gonna do like a tell-all, and then like I think they paid him off or something and it never happened. There's like some dirt to the whole scenario. They like made fun of Ace Frehley or something recently on Howard Stern. There's been some news on it. Oh yeah. All right. So let me see. Where are we at? All right. We're still on Jonathan Majors. All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's already word that he's going to get recast. There's look at some other black actors that kind of look like him. I don't doubt it.
His whole rise felt so forced. Like the entire time, I remember while it was happening, I kept seeing all the trailers and all these movies and stuff. I was like, "What is going on? This feels like so uh, out of place, like overwhelming. Like why? Like this guy's like getting forced down my throat right now in every single movie."
Yeah, I think it's because he looks like George Floyd. I think it's because he looks exactly like George Floyd.
Is there a whole like subreddit on that?
No, but I mean, I think he just kind of looks like him. I've heard people talk about it.
Check it
I
out.
see it, man. Doesn't this kind of look like him? If you look at this and then you look at that, maybe I'm racist here. He has a similar look.
No.
He's got the goatee.
You're off base on that, but I'm just curious if that exists already. Like if people already.
Oh no, people have said it. People have said he looks like George Floyd, and I kind of think there could be something to that.
Well, he kind of ended up.
Yeah, he's getting arrested. Yeah, but I mean, he's someone that. All right, so he was gonna do the Otis Redding biopic. That is now he's thrown out.
Yeah,
he's not doing
Otis Redding. You know what's weird? I saw Otis Redding trending on my Twitter thing, and it said sports next to it. And I was like, "How the fuck is Otis Redding on sports?" And then I googled like Otis Redding as like a baseball player or something.
No, he's a singer songwriter. Didn't he do like music?
No. I know that, but it's like the way that like Twitter was suggesting it, they had like incorrectly categorized.
I can see that. It just probably went through everything because it was so popular. Yeah.
No, I know Otis Redding. He does sitting on a cock in a bay or whatever.
Yeah, sitting on a. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's that old standby. Sitting on a dock at a bay. I've heard
Marvel's gonna have to eat this one pretty hard.
Yeah, and it's funny because
oh, you know what? They can get Don Cheadle to come in and take over. Probably,
I guess they've done that once before. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they've done that once before.
Let's have like some Ant-Man multi-universe Spider-Man shit where Don Cheadle comes over.
But then,
hey, forget about that guy. He never existed in this universe, you know?
But then in reverse, you got Ezra Miller, who's fucking kidnapped the minor.
Yeah,
and put her into a cult. And they're still going on with him.
I haven't seen a lot of good memes of him and the director meeting each other for the first time.
Like, oh yeah, I can see that being fun.
Yeah, that combo is like, you know.
And he still gets to be the Flash. He's still gonna like. I don't get it. You know, he's had to see like every producer's dick or something, and he can like pinpoint it in a police lineup every like executive producer's penis or something. Because there's no reason why he shouldn't be fired, and this guy is for allegedly doing something to his girlfriend. I don't know. That's like the Rick and Morty guy. You know, like the main voice actor got like kicked out of the show. I don't know if you heard that. Justin Roiland is his name. He does both Rick and Morty. He does both the voices, and he's kind of like also the creator of the show. He had some alleged sexual harassment that went to court, and it turned out to be false. But they still kicked him out. I think before they even knew the decision, they kicked him out of the show. I mean, fucking retarded.
If you're in something like The Flash, you might just be too big to fail, right? At a certain point, you know?
I guess so. I mean, also this whole DC thing is
it's not worth whatever else is going on. You know, like it's like Dante Starbuck running some guy over and then playing the Super Bowl the next week. You know, like we need him out there running those deep routes and maybe getting a 30-yard TD. You know, more than we need Joe Schmo living.
I mean, he choked a woman in a bar. This guy choked a woman in a bar. Wait. So he's done the exact same thing as Jonathan Major. He actually choked a woman in a bar, He's had drug possession, and he's kidnapped a minor. But
What?
Jonathan,
That just seems like they have a system of like framing, and they just reuse it over and over again for however they're trying to manipulate. It's like
yeah,
the whole sprinkling crack on somebody from
yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
I mean, Jonathan Majors is getting fucked.
Yeah, I've never seen a rise and fall that quick though.
Yeah, especially where they committed to having him in like 6 movies, and now it's just fucking
I
done.
know, like and to the point where like I kept saying like, man, this motherfucker's like in everything right now. Like, what is going on? I just thought like his agent was really good, or he's got a good.
No, I think he's I think he's a pretty good actor. He's very fit, so
What?
he's
Like,
got
I don't remember him in a lot of shit.
no, but I know apparently he's in some indie movies and he's supposed to be like a good actor. So I've heard he's got some
Okay.
chops. He's like fit. He's very fit.
Well,
He's like
top now.
very toned. So that kind of works with the superhero shit. And hey, come on. He's black too. So that goes for you. You get that going for you. They need to cast more black actors, so he got put right into the role of everything. Especially during this time, you go back, what we're seeing now is a result of a couple years ago. Because there's always pre-production. So you go back a couple years ago, there's the Oscars isn't black enough, all this shit. So he's the big result of, forced casting, I would say.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
Not that he's not good,
He's
not
a
that he doesn't
result
deserve it, but I don't
of
know.
he's a result of stuff being more lenient based on what was going on beforehand. Yeah, and then you end up with like people kind of taking advantage of that, knowing they can get away with it, but then they didn't. They
Yeah.
got caught.
And then I think there's honestly, like, while we've been talking, I think something actually happened with him.
Really? So
Yeah.
people are on the hunt. The witch hunt is still ongoing.
Yeah, so his management team has completely dropped him. His PR team and his wow, so they must know something that this guy definitely choked this bitch or something.
He
He's
might
been
be homeless next month.
it sucks because this Magazine Dreams movie I heard is supposed to be really good. It like did really well at Sundance. Like everyone was saying, like, oh, this is gonna be a good movie to watch. That's gonna get hurt
Magazine
now.
Dreams.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a bodybuilder who's just. It's supposed to be like a really indie movie, like a bodybuilder who's just trying to, I think, look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So just kind of like a bodybuilder type drama movie, and he was supposed to be the guy. So he's no longer going to be in this film adaptation. He's the Otis Redding thing we talked about, and then it looks like he's done as being Kang.
Who
Kang
that?
is done. Oh, he was going to play Dennis Rodman. That's done too.
In what?
Something called 48 Hours in Vegas, and then Spike Lee.
Oh yeah, that's
Wow, this is
from The
fucked.
Last Dance. People
This
are
kind of
talking about
sucks. Spike Lee had a movie he was gonna have him in. That sucks. I feel like you should. I don't know. I feel a little bad for this guy. It's like just because somebody does one thing wrong doesn't mean I don't know completely remove him. Come on. Texas Rangers have removed Majors from their 2023 season ad campaign that was set to debut on Friday. I wonder what that would have been. Would that have been like in the stadium, like the billboard shit or some shit? You would know that. Is that part of fantasy? Is there any fantasy aspect to the Texas Rangers and Jonathan Majors? Any implication there? Is he going to affect their morale?
that. I don't know.
See that-
I gotta blurb something right now. Jose Quijada just got a save.
Well, without Jonathan Majors, will Texas Rangers get as many holds? That's the question right
I
there.
feel like what? I don't know. He might be good for the overall just
So I'm saying the morale
morale of
is
the team.
down.
Yeah.
He's no
I
longer
mean, like
allowed.
if Spike Lee died right now and the Knicks are in the playoffs,
Oh, Knicks
that
are
probably
blowing
wouldn't
it
be
right
great.
now. I saw the score. Knicks are blowing it. They're losing to Cleveland.
They are.
what it looked
Oh,
like.
God. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
they're
hear about this tomorrow.
they ain't winning that matchup. I'd be surprised. I would be surprised.
Well, I can't say that, even though it's probably true.
Let me see the NBA scores here. Yeah, it looks like all right. Yeah, the Knicks lost 90-107 to the Cavs,
Ugh.
and wow, Lightning beat the Leafs 7-3. Oof. Rangers beat the Devils 5-1. That's a nice start right there.
Who scored?
I saw Tarasenko scored earlier, and I saw Kreider scored. All right, so Kreider got 2 goals. Keiko got an assist. Panarin got 2 assists. Edel got a goal and an assist. Kane got an assist. Tarasenko got a goal. Lindgren got a goal. They had overall like everywhere. They had a good day. That's a good start. It's at Devils too. So how you want to start it? I'm telling you, I know Dave was shitting all over it, but I think Kane and Tarasenko are gonna like rip it up in the playoffs. I think that's the time where it really matters. That's why they were here. I don't think they gave a shit probably about the last part of the season. They know they're gonna get the playoffs. So it was like that kind of vibe. I got a bet going too at work with my manager's Devils fan. So whoever wins gets to pay for lunch, or vice versa. Whoever loses gets to pay for lunch. As far as the series goes, that's the bet. You have any friendly bets going on with
Who's
the
the
NHL?
favorite?
Oh, Devils. Devils are favored to win this because they've had a better season. They had a little better ranking. Devils played really well this whole year. And then kind of the last part of it, they dropped off. But they were already at like a point where you knew they were going to make it. They had like a last kind of a shitty end of the season, which is never good going into the playoffs. Kind of like Jonathan Majors here. Transition. Oh, yeah. So Denzel Washington, I was reading this clip. I got a clip to play here. He's talking about just saying like Hollywood's like, movies don't matter.
Job. I was a garbage man, like Troy. Huh. You get 8 hours worth of work, but you can do
Matter. Entertainment.
job. I was a garbage man, like Troy. Huh. You get 8 hours worth of work, but you can do.
Oh, no.
So you can go home as soon as you finish. Post office, you get 3 hours worth of work and you make it last 8. I did both. I like being a garbage man better. But they weren't bad jobs. It's like people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, we're moving over. Get out of here. Your son got shot in the face. That's difficult. Making a movie is a luxury. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. And most importantly, it's a gift. Obviously, everybody here is talented enough to do that. But don't get it twisted. It's just a movie. It ain't that big a deal.
I'm sure Hollywood loves hearing that. I don't know if you heard that.
What?
Just Denzel Washington talking about kind of shitting all over Hollywood. Kind of saying like there's no difficulty in making a movie. It's just a fucking movie. It's like kind of saying I don't play that nonsense. It's not like I sent my son to Iraq. Making movies is a luxury. It's a gift. Don't act like it's anything more than that. Hollywood won't like to hear that. That might be why you don't see him too much anymore. You don't see Denzel as much as you used to.
Choose what he wants to do, probably.
Yeah, I think so. Especially at this point. Did you see Fences?
No.
Did you see Macbeth? It's weird he played Macbeth.
No, but that was like pretty weird and abstract, wasn't it? It was like black and white kind of art film.
I think it was I think it was Joel. Yeah, it was Joel Coen. It was one of the Coen brothers did it. You don't hear about them as much as you used to either. They're not like on the radar as much as they used to be.
They just don't need to, they're good, like on money. They don't have to work if they don't want to. They're retired.
Yeah, just you would think that they'd be doing something. They're talented.
If they felt like it, they probably could.
I'm kind of surprised at that. You hear about Tarantino's next movie, right?
Space?
No. I think he wants to do.
I want to make a space movie.
No, he doesn't want to do that. It was what was it? It was kind of
A Western?
no. It's about a movie critic. He wanted to make a movie about a movie critic based on this guy. What's his name? Pauline Kael. That's the person he wants to do this on. Basically, like the movie The Critic. It's interesting. It's different. I mean, if he's gonna make his last movie, I'm sure it'll be pretty good. That's what I'll say. But yeah, there hasn't been much. I'm looking at this. There's not much news about what the Coen brothers are gonna do next. Same with Denzel. It's like he's I guess you're right. He does what he wants to do. Yeah, it's funny. I was watching that. I saw that Tribe Called Quest live video. That was interesting with the Cat in the Hat thing. Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I don't remember how common that fashion thing was with that hat, but I remember seeing like a couple examples of it. I remember being in Clueless. I remember Gadzooks, that weird ass store in the mall selling them. But I remember like a lot of people actually wearing them around at all.
You know what I noticed the most from that video, and I was just watching, and also just a Tribe Called Quest in general. Like that guy Fife and Q-Tip are so fucking good. Like they're very underrated as I think one of the best rappers of all time. Like both of them, they're both very good. Q-Tip more too. I'd say Q-Tip like
Q-Tip
might be one of the best. Oh no, I thought it was like they. If you watch, there's an Arsenio interview. There is a DJ guy who does I think a lot of the beats. Who's not really in anything. He's got kind of fucked up teeth.
He's just the DJ.
Oh,
Q-Tip
okay.
actually makes he actually produces all of it with vinyl and sampling and NPCs.
Yeah, they're very. Oh yeah, the guy I'm thinking of is Ali Shaheed Muhammad.
Yeah, he's their DJ. He doesn't produce the music.
Okay, I figured
he just plays it live.
Oh, okay, weird. I figured like he's the guy making things because he's sort of that, kind of guy that's in the background. That I always figured like, okay, that's probably the guy making the music. Usually that's the case. But yeah, man, Q-Tip he has like a vibe and a sound to his vocals that are like no one else. I'll give him that. It's like there's no one else that sounds like him. No one else that really tried to or could. Pretty good. And then I was watching fucking Busta Rhymes videos, and he's a funny guy because all you need with Busta Rhymes is a fucking fisheye lens. Give him like some costumes. I don't know, maybe like an elephant, and then you got a video right there. You ever notice that? He's got some good videos with like limited shit.
Who?
Busta Rhymes. Like give him a fisheye lens.
Oh yeah,
like a Halloween costume, some face paint, and then you got a video.
He had like a stretch where like every single he had was like fucking huge. Yeah. He had that one with like he was like a blue like little demon guy chasing around people, and then he had the one where like he ripped off that Eddie Murphy movie.
And then you like give him like put ODB in the video and just give him a blanket. That's all you need. ODB, Busta Rhymes, and give him like a silver blanket, and you got a video. He's a limited limited necessity rapper, which I like. I'm a fan. I always like him. He was very good. I always liked also like he would get a lot of play even during that mainstream era. Like they'd play his videos just because I think they were interesting. So I'm trying to think. What's the Busta Rhymes video with the elephant?
Makes a mo.
Hey, he's got like an elephant or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think.
then there's like blacklight stuff.
Yeah, and it's like got like, oh, put your hands up. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Where he's got like, yeah, he's got like, yeah, give him fish-eyed lens, a couple Halloween costumes. That's all he needs. Get him running around with like a voodoo shit. You know, fasten up that video by like 1.5%. Cut out a few frames. You got a video. It was a good era of rap. I don't think you see the artisticness as you do anymore. I don't even know who's popular these days. I saw actually. Have you ever seen Ice Spice? I saw her for the first time.
Yeah.
She's got a new video with Nicki Minaj. And both of them are kind of, I don't know, like fat. I would say they're kind of fat. Am I wrong on that? I think Nicki Minaj is kind of fat.
Now, I mean, she's full.
I mean, that's what I was just realizing. I was like, they're not like, I don't know, they're not super thin people.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I guess so.
Lizzo's going strong.
I mean, she's pretty. I get that, and she's young. It's just interesting because I was like noticing with Nicki Minaj, I was like, she is not small anymore. Like, look at her.
Weird. Ice Spice's hair. I don't know if she's intentionally going for Annie.
She's going for the Annie look,
or it just happened, but it's a strange gimmick to go for.
Like, look at Nicki Minaj here. It's like she's like big, you know. Like I feel like she's a big person. Like maybe I'm wrong, but
no, she is. She's always been big. I don't know what you mean. She's like,
no, she never looked like this. I feel like she's older now and bigger or something. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I get Ice Spice. I get why she's popular here. So speaking of that, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling is rebooting Harry Potter. Every book is going to get a full season. What do you think about that? Every book. One full season. I guess there's 7 books.
Well, they're not going to have the original people, right? They're going to get like all new versions.
Oh yeah, you got to start from. I mean, they're 11 years old when they get taken to Hogwarts, so you got to start with new people.
Who do you think they're going to go for?
I mean, it's actually kind of cool. I'm sure there'll be younger actors. You know, you got to get people that are totally new.
Oh, like unknowns.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I think they did a really good job with the first round of this. You know, I think Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint were all really good at being like younger kid actors. So I guess you got to get something similar. But the Harry Potter books are very, very detailed. So I get why you're doing this, because when you break it down, there's so much detail in these books that they really could be a 10-episode season instead of just a 2-hour movie. You know, you can have 10 hours as opposed to 2 easily. But speaking of that, there's all this controversial issue with people with pronouns in their bio. About stuff they don't like about J.K. Rowling's. It's just crazy too. Someone who only said one thing about trans people and now she's demonized 100%. All she really said was, I don't think trans women should be counted as women as far as like rights goes, that kind of thing. Where it's like she's all for trans people, but there's feminist rights too, and that was enough to be, oh, she's transphobic, she's the worst person ever, she's a Republican, all that kind of shit. And then meanwhile, that Harry Potter game made a shit ton of money in like 2 weeks, more than movies make. I think it was like 1.5 billion. I saw.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
think games made that much money. What the
Oh,
fuck?
dude, games are the biggest platform there is as far as like books, TV, or movies. And video games. It easily calculates for the most because it's all about kids. Kids don't care about movies anymore. Kids don't watch movies. They don't watch TV. The only thing kids watch on TV is Stranger Things. It's like the one thing that's actually like stuck.
That season's been over.
Yeah, but at least it was like that and Wednesday are the only thing I've heard that kids actually watched.
Yeah, people do like that Wednesday shit. I don't know. I keep hearing and seeing shit about it without even trying. So people must like it.
Yeah, it's interesting because I would say the story kind of sucks, and then I would say kind of everyone sucks in it except for the main girl. She was really good in it. So it's like there's something there, but it wasn't good. I can never say it was like a good show. Whereas like Stranger Things, the last season was actually one of their best. I'd say it was like their second best as far as probably the first season. I would say like the first season, then the fourth, and then maybe the second and the third. That's like how I would rank it.
I'll be back for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Talk about Harry Potter here. Yeah, so there's a cursed child play that I know has been interesting criticism to it. It doesn't seem like they want to make it into a movie, but I know it's about the characters later on, which I actually always thought like you're gonna have these characters people love, like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, that you should kind of do something later with it. So when I heard they're gonna reboot the show, I was a little surprised because people like the original characters, but same time people would probably like seeing the whole thing done in more of a detailed version. Harry Potter fans have always complained about, especially probably the third and fourth movie, it's just not really getting the bulk of what's going on in the book. I know the Tournament movie didn't really handle that at all well, and I really liked the third movie, Prisoner of Azkaban. But I know if you read the book, there's a lot of side stories. There's a whole Quidditch thing going on in that, like winning the first cup for Gryffindor. The big is a big side story that really just got completely like nixed from the movie. So it'd be nice to kind of see a full thing. I've read the first 3 books now. I'm still kind of in the process of reading them. It's in the back of my schedule of things. The first book's really good. The second book is like just the first book. That's my issue with the second book. I feel like it's a rehash of what worked in the first one. And it's I don't know, not that great when you just do the same thing over, but I feel like she knew what worked, so it's like why not do it? Third one feels a lot different. Third one feels like, all right, I'm going to try to do something different. Fourth one I haven't got to as far as books, but I know people say they really like that one. And the same with the next couple two after. I hated the whatever the one is. Let me see. It's the one with the new head like person that takes over Dumbledore. I think it's the Order of the Phoenix. I hated that one. It's got that Dolores Umbridge bitch who's kind of takes a main role. But I know people who read the books really like that one. And there is cool things to that movie. Like the cool thing about that movie is like how the main characters start to do their own secret society thing about learning how to fight back. Like, so I could really see that being good. and then maybe seeing more Sirius Black, all that shit. It'd be interesting to see what they do with the other characters, because those movies, let's throw out the original cast. You had like classically great actors in that series. I mean, you had Ralph Fiennes, good in everything he does. You had Maggie Smith, good in everything she does, classic actress. Michael Gambon, very good in taking over the role of Dumbledore. Alan Rickman, one of the best actors I've actually seen on screen. Always great. Helena Bonham Carter, super good dramatic actress. Tim Burton horror there. Gary Oldman, good in everything he does. It's just that makes me think, and then like Warwick Davis. All right, you could probably throw Warwick Davis back into this, and then also that guy who played Dudley, and Harry Milling was really good in the new Edgar Allan Poe movie called Pale Blue Eye. I really like that. He's actually super good. You hear about that, Leland, at all? Pale Blue Eye? Might not be back. But that was good. That was surprisingly good. About Edgar Allan Poe during his time in West Point. And Christian Bale was like a detective. That was surprisingly really good. I had a very good time watching that. Nothing like, I wouldn't say it's astronomically, terrific or anything, but worth watching. You're gonna watch a good movie on Netflix. Pale Blue Eye. Check that out. But it's just gonna be interesting to see what they do with the side characters. Who plays Hagrid? That guy is dead now. Who's gonna play McGonagall? Be very interesting. I could see that being a big point of contention too. Because those actors that are the side characters are just so good. I really would want to see, when I think of Professor McGonagall and I read the books, I think of her. I know Maggie Smith. I think of
who?
I think I'm like I was just talking about with rebooting this Harry Potter series. Throw out the main characters. All the supporting roles of people were really good. They were all like classically trained British actors.
Or like Alan Rickman, the Gandalf, not Gandalf.
Yeah.
Fucking, what's his name?
Both. Both Dumbledores are really good as far as
Dumbledore's.
Yeah. I mean,
Maggie Smith from Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah. Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith, Gary Oldman, Warwick Davis, the guy who plays Hagrid. Both the Dumbledores are really good. They're all like very good actors and actresses. Ralph Fiennes. I'm very confused. That's going to be the part where I think it's the hardest part. Is going to fill out that stuff that makes it compare.
Yeah, I mean that's like a whole studio of like old British actors that are not, because it's a whole like generation of people you're not going to be able to just replicate again.
No, and it's like even then when you think about it, it's like those actors and actresses probably even shouldn't have done something like this, but they did. I think they kind of stooped down to do Harry Potter. And they're gonna have to do this now. I don't know who they get.
Well, you know why? Like their agent came to them and said, like, "Hey, this is huge children franchise. We're gonna pay you whatever. What do you think?" And they see the number and it's like, "I'll take it."
Yeah, it could be that.
They don't give a fuck what they're doing. They could be like in a fish suit upside down, having like somebody spit in their face. They don't give a shit at that point.
Yeah, that's like, but I think that's gonna be the thing that people are gonna hate the most, is like seeing these older actors everyone liked replaced. I don't think the main characters mattered as much as them.
What? No.
Well, I mean, I think they do, but it's just like people will accept the new Harry Potter.
More about Alan Rickman than the Harry Potter, Hermione, and the other motherfucker.
Because you're always gonna think like, oh, that's not Professor Snape. Professor Snape is Alan Rickman. You're gonna think something like that.
Yeah, well, think about the X-Men shit. People go and see those reboots all the time. They don't think, oh my god, Hugh Jackman's not or no, that guy who was Cyclops in the first movie is not Cyclops now. I don't
Well,
care.
I don't think anyone gives a shit about James Marsden or
It's like, oh,
whatever.
Storm's not Halle Berry anymore. I can't watch this.
I think James Marsden can go any day. Take him or leave, and it's James Marsden. Who gives a shit?
Who the
Or
fuck is that?
Famke. This guy plays Cyclops. See, you don't even know.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the Door singer.
Oh, no. Who was the Doors singer in The Doors? But the Oliver Stone movie. I'm trying to think.
Morrison?
Yeah, who played him? Oh, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, yeah.
That was a good casting. He kind of looks like him.
Yeah, no, that's a good biopic. You
It's
remember
long.
the rest of the band? The drummer is,
Johnny Drama, right? Isn't the drummer Johnny Drama? I thought it was.
The piano player is the guy from Dune.
Oh, yeah, that guy's always good, too. I always like that guy.
Shit.
McLaughlin.
Yeah, and then the guitar player is the Weasley guy from that Jennifer Connelly movie in the 80s when they get held up in a Walmart.
Good casting. I like that guy too. Yeah, everyone in that actually kind of works. That's a good movie, just probably an hour too long.
It did feel long, but it's I liked I don't know, I like the pacing of it, and Meg Ryan is in it, right? She's got a red wig on and playing.
Yeah,
I assume it's a real person, right?
Yeah, pre all that surgery and pre giving birth to the what is it? The kid who plays in The Boys. What's his name? The main character of The Boys is her son. And what's that guy? Oh fuck, the guy from bunch of shitty stuff. Ugh. I'm thinking of Jack Quaid. Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's son. I never saw the second season. I heard it got pretty bad as far as The Boys go. That's the word I've heard, but I don't know. I always liked the first season. I thought it was good because it was kind of like a Watchmen kind of thing. A realistic take on how these characters could be behind the scenes.
On what?
With The Boys. It was kind of like a Watchmen thing, you know.
Yeah, I gotta keep going. I stopped the second season.
Well, I heard the second season was bad. Am I wrong? I heard that was bad.
I didn't stop because it was bad. I just got distracted with other stuff. But it definitely felt like you could tell the gap in time from everything.
Okay. I mean, I really like that. That first season is really good. I feel like it was you could have ended it there.
Well, I feel like you could have said that about True Detective too.
Well, that's an anthology show though, so it's each season's different. So they never tried to keep going with the original story, you know.
Have you seen any of that new Twilight Zone shit with Jordan Peele?
I never saw that. I mean,
is it any good? I don't know how it gets reviewed.
It did not get renewed. I didn't hear anything great about it. I mean, I saw the only thing new with Jordan Peele I've seen is Nope, and then the Candyman movie, which is regrettable. It sucks
too
because
he didn't do anything with that other than produce it, right?
Yeah, no, I think he did. I think he helped write it. Like I was looking into it. I think he did more than he says. Kind of helped write it. Kind of helped produce it. Well, it just wasn't good. Definitely, you know, like, did you watch? Oh, you watched Nope, yeah. Am I right?
I watched what?
Did you watch Nope?
Yeah.
I like Nope. It's not the best thing in the world, but it was pretty good.
Well, it feels like, not not like two different movies in one, but there's like the alien stuff feels so secondary at times to the um weird ape shit and like just I'm like having to have like a business still going. I don't know. It's like a weird. It doesn't feel like that much of like the focus of it.
Yeah.
But I liked how I don't know. It felt like Jaws with a stingray instead of a shark.
Yeah, it had that vibe. I got a lot of vibes from a lot of different movies. I got some vibes from 2001 with the whole ape thing. I for sure got that. Like the violence of the ape with killing those people. I was thinking of 2001 the whole time. And I'm sure that was intentional. Going back to The Boys, what is it? Carl Urban's really good at that. I think that he's really great in that show. He's actually good he's one of those underrated actors. I think he's good in most things he does. My boy Ymir right there. Ymir. Get some Lord of the Rings reference in there.
Well, he's in that Judge Dredd reboot.
Yeah, and that movie's fucking good. He didn't even want to show his face the whole time.
You're right. This guy's actually is pretty underrated. He doesn't take a lot of shitty stuff. He's in like decent shit.
No, he's like good, and also Dredd is it's written by Alex Garland, who did Ex Machina, Annihilation, that new movie Men. Like, there's good shit about that movie, and I think a lot of that is him. And then also like good acting.
How was Men?
Men was good. It was really fucking weird. Has a very not really. Not really. I couldn't say that. It's just it's just a weird movie.
I'm not gonna see it. Just spoil it for me.
There's a lot of fertility symbolism in this about basically this lady going crazy, and she basically sees the same person over and over, and then I don't know. It's really hard to explain, and then she starts getting attacked by that person, but it relates to her husband who died. And there's a part where
a little bit like the Babadook.
Like her husband falls off her apartment building and like lands on like a fence. So he gets like impaled by his fence and his hand gets impaled. So there's a part where kind of this thing, which he's imagining, has like his hand is split. It's almost split like a fucking. It's like really good makeup. It's almost like split like a fish. It's like his hand is like two pieces, like cut in the middle. And it's really pretty creepy. And then starts like giving birth to itself.
The Babadook connection?
No, it really doesn't have that. It's its own kind of original movie. It's not like that good, but it was very interesting to watch. If you like any kind of artistic or movies that have a lot of like symbolism, it's great for that. Elsewise, you probably wouldn't like it.
It's like that whole elevated horror tag that people don't like.
Yeah, it's like it's got a little too much symbolism. It's a little too mindfucky.
I didn't realize how many people didn't like Ari Aster stuff because of that whole bullshit.
Really? Actually, Ari Aster stuff is pretty popular, man. I don't know about that. Everyone likes Hereditary like, and Midsommar.
That's what I'm saying. Like they put it on like such a pedestal where they like make everything else so much more secondary, Yeah, and
actually,
then there's a backlash to that.
Just some of the channels I watched reviewed Beau Is Not Afraid, so I gotta check that out. I haven't heard anything about if people like it or not. It seems like it's gonna be a flop.
Horror movies, like you, it's hard to keep following that kind of stuff up over and over again.
Yeah, I've heard I was just looking at stuff. There's mixed reviews on it for sure. I feel like Beau Is Not Afraid is gonna be kind of his flop. That's the vibe I got from it. It's not supposed to be a horror movie either. I think it's kind of just supposed to be like mindfuckery. Like Men kind of has a vibe of horror.
You think he's going to alienate his entire market?
Well, he even said he didn't want to do another horror movie. So it's like he kind of said it out front, like I don't want to do this again. But I think when you make Midsummer and Hereditary, I think you're kind of, you're putting yourself in the market if you kind of have to do that. And if he did, let's say he just made another generic horror movie, it probably would have done really well. Probably would have been, a really big box office thing. But Joaquin Phoenix is always really good, so there's that. I actually watched a good bit of Joker recently. The movie's good.
Yeah, I saw it. Not in theaters.
It's nice how it doesn't really play into that whole, like, it's not connected to any of that superhero shit at all. It's its own movie.
I mean, it is, but it's like Taxi Driver.
Yeah, it's all like that.
And just with like King of Comedy.
Oh yeah, it has a big vibe of King Comedy. Big vibe of that. Especially having what's his name in it? What's his name? The main character, or the main character for King Comedy. Guy, was it Robert De Niro? Having Robert De Niro in it, I think it's a big homage as well.
Yeah, but he's playing the Jerry Lee Lewis. He's playing the Jerry Lewis character.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely just the.
It's good that they like faked it as a superhero movie to maybe just get people to see those movies instead.
Yeah, well, it was almost like a movie that if you called this anything else, it'd be good. Just like adding it to the Joker or DC franchise only made it make this much more money. Because it is like its own thing. I mean, there's some connections. There's Bruce Wayne's dad is part of it. But it's very throwaway. And kind of like a little forced in. I'd say that's the part that's a little forced in, having all like the Bruce Wayne connections.
Yeah. No, I know you mean. It did feel well,
especially the part where he's like outside the gate, like watching Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
That was the part where it's like you just threw this in because DC made you. I could tell what that was. That was studio notes. Yeah, so
I don't know, maybe they're trying to get him to be some weird pedo.
Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, so I wonder what happens with this Harry Potter thing. You're gonna see a lot of when it comes out, you're gonna see a lot of backlash. That doesn't matter. Because the game made so much fucking money.
Yeah, what'd you think of the game?
All right, so what I thought of the game was, I thought it was kind of like, eh. More and more I played it, I was like, this is okay. I don't think it was that good.
You don't want to finish it.
I don't know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to finish a game in general, but I didn't really get a big vibe of, I have to finish this movie. Right now, the Hogwarts game has made $850 million. So basically about like a big time movie. Basically what it earned. And that was only in like February, so it's only made more money since then. It sold 12 million copies. Or it sold 12 million copies in the first 2 weeks. So it's made a shit ton of fucking money. Yeah, what I saw was not like, I don't know, I don't think the story was all that great. Everything looked really nice. I just didn't think the story looked all that good. It's one of those like games I'd maybe play again, but I don't know. I'm on the fence. I think the funnest part was the character creator. You get like a guy with a unibrow. That seemed to be like worked for me.
Boss fights? Were there any good ones?
I only got past the first boss. the first quest has a boss, and then I just started doing my first classes. So I don't know where it really went from there. I mean, I know a lot of people play. I mean, I can't play a game that long. I don't have that attention span anymore for video games.
Yeah. Well, WoW isn't like a campaign like that where it has a beginning and end. It just goes and goes.
Which is somewhat nice though. Also, like when we were playing Twinking stuff, it's you can do your
Right.
do your mini
You know,
game within, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to like continue something. You can play it or not play it. Yeah.
And there was no Quidditch in the Hogwarts game, and I kind of wanted to see that. But that I guess could be its own game on its own self. Have like a
No, I'm sure
Quidditch
there
game.
is. You didn't get to it in the campaign.
Well, that's what everyone's talking about. It's going to be like a DLC thing. Like they're going to introduce it later.
Oh, so it wasn't in the game at all? That's
No,
fucking
it's
bullshit.
actually once you get to like the like how like the opening ceremony of Hogwarts where they like do the Sorting Hat, you have your feast like the first day you're there.
Yeah, they tell
The
your
main-
household.
Yeah, like the main headmaster says like, "Oh, Quidditch is canceled this year." Pretty conveniently for the game. Kind of just a way so the game couldn't have to have Quidditch is what happened there. But now there's
That's
talk
pretty lazy
about
to talk about.
there's talk about it coming back, like being added in. Yeah, there's like a new Quidditch Champions games DLC that's gonna get added in. The whole thing. I'm telling you, this game's gonna also be like online soon. It's gonna be like GTA, where you can have an online option, like kind of an MMO kind of thing.
I thought there already was a Harry Potter MMO.
No, this is the closest thing. It's open world, so you're not really playing with other players. But I feel like it's too set up for it to be there. It's gonna be there eventually. I mean, unless J.K. Rowling says some more transphobic stuff, I bet it'll probably continue.
What's your say?
She didn't say anything. Like her transphobic stuff is like really pretty like light. Everyone just took it like these people who. Here's the thing: people who get offended are very quick to be offended anyway. So I don't know if it's really even transphobic to begin with. You know, people are just offended anyway these days. She said this.
Yeah, man, if somebody's looking for a reason, they'll find it no matter what. People who menstruate, I'm sure there should be. What the?
She like really didn't say anything that controversial.
Why should you have to even like
go into
if I
it?
had this of money on the line, I wouldn't post this kind of shit. I would just keep it to myself.
I totally
Even
agree.
if I
It's like,
thought it,
why do you
you
even
know,
care?
It's just like I wouldn't want to even risk my market getting fucked just for some weird off kind of cuff.
Well, here's the thing. I think she is like an extreme feminist. And I think if you're an extreme feminist, you think like trans people don't really apply. You know, I'm like a trans person who's a guy doesn't really get what it's like to be a woman. I think that's her point.
Well, I've seen a good amount of random videos of women in like college sports getting pissed off that
exactly. It's like that same
guys
perspective.
and he dominates everybody, and it's like I've been the best in my class for like the last 3 years, and all of a sudden this guy comes in and I can't even produce the numbers that they're putting up, and I was like the best.
Exactly.
So it's like what am I even doing anymore? It's like I don't even exist.
Like it's like exactly. I think she's coming from that ultra feminist female perspective where, you know, there's still female rights, but these trans people don't want to accept that, or anyone who, you know, supports all the trans rights doesn't accept that. I whatever she said, I don't think is that bad. That's all I've seen. It's like when I read it, I was like, doesn't seem like she said anything that bad.
She's too big to fail, though, right?
Oh yeah. She's at that point. I mean, it's Harry Potter. It's basically the millennial. I mean, it's the millennial Star Wars. You know, like it's had 7 movies. All of it is popular.
I thought you could say Jesus.
Well, basically Jesus too, right? Come on. Well, Jesus has been replaced by science.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker's Jesus, right?
No, I mean I don't think they even like Luke Skywalker. It's Ray, the white girl now, the
He's
white British
Jesus.
girl. The timeline of here's the timeline of J.K. Rowling's transgender comments. It's a whole thing. It's crazy.
Hold on. Haley Bieber looks 8 feet tall. Let's
Oh, I
check
see
this
that
freak
right
out.
there. Let's see what's going on with that.
She's like she's got gigantism.
Well, that's isn't that what's his name's daughter? Alec Baldwin's daughter? She's the bald one. She looks like Alec Baldwin when you look at the face.
Who was he fucking at the time?
I don't know. Probably some 20-year-old you could find.
No, I thought it was like Kim Basinger.
I don't know, man. He's just all I know is he's shooting guns without warning. Who cares about if it's loaded or not, right?
He's not fun to like casually hang out with.
Probably not.
Because there's a risk involved, you know? You might get your head blown off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so since all these comments, Emma Watson has come out against her. Daniel Radcliffe has come out against her. I think the only ones who's staying cool with her is Rupert Grint.
Not a great time, guys. The video game's selling really well.
No. I think Rupert Grint is totally based though, so it all works.
I feel like if you said anything, no one would care anyway.
Also, like he was by far the best out of those three.
What do you mean?
Just like I mean, if you read the books, he really fits the character. He is like Ron Weasley. Like, the other characters are like you could get someone else. Like Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, you could get someone else. Rupert Grint is Ron Weasley.
How do you pronounce his last name? I thought it was Nint.
Grint. Grint. Grint.
With the silent R.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean also there's a good it was a 20th I think it was a 20th anniversary. I saw a 20th anniversary movie with Harry Potter. It was very good. Alfonso Cuarón came on. What's her name? Helena Bonham Carter came on. Daniel Radcliffe said he wanted to fuck her at the time. He had a big crush on her. I don't blame him. At that time, she was pretty good.
Who?
Helena Bonham Carter at the time. During that 2000 era, she was pretty good.
That Tim Burton motherfucker.
I mean, 2005, Helena Bonham Carter.
For Eva Green, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he dropped her like a fucking hat, like that.
Yeah, I would make a ton of shitty movies just for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
how many Johnny Depp vampire movies I gotta fucking pump out.
I don't know though. Helena Bonham Carter, 2005. I get it. I would have been attracted to her too. I was.
What was that, like Fight Club?
Yeah, Fight Club and like early Harry Potter stuff. She looked good.
It's all right, yeah.
I mean, better than like Johnny Depp in a wig, right? For Johnny the Chocolate Factory.
Who made that side by side? Like,
I don't know. It's funny. He never fucked. I'm sure he fucked her probably once or twice.
I know why. It's because they're probably saying like Tim Burton has a type.
Yeah, I guess so. It's Johnny Depp.
It's like either Johnny Depp in a weird wig or her.
Anyone who looks like Johnny Depp, kind of. She kind of looks like him.
I love how like so much of like the weird shit I think of that I don't think will exist on the internet is like already right there.
Oh yeah, it's already everyone's already talked about it.
I know, it's funny. It's like it's not as extreme as that like rule whatever stuff, but it's like a milder version.
Yeah, people have thought about it. Well, we got Timothy Chalamet playing Willy Wonka, that waif of a man.
Tim Burton?
Yeah, he's a waif of a man. He's gonna play everything. Probably be Superman, maybe Batman. Any kind of waif, you want to throw him into like a big masculine part like that. That's the day and age we live in. I have to say, I think he is actually a good actor. He's just very feminine. Look at this. Look, Timothy. Look at this fucking photo of him. Come on. Come on, man.
It's like it's a tie and a scarf. Hold on, go back. I didn't really like.
So he's basically he's basically
it looked like a tie and a scarf combined.
Yeah, here's the tie, and here's it is. It's a tie attached to a scarf. Yeah, it is.
It's like a tie and a scarf.
He's America's twink. If you're gonna give America's twink title, it's gonna be Timothy Chalamet.
Can you just real quick, can you Google tie and scarf combo thing? Like, is this already a thing that's existed before?
Now, let me say tie and scarf.
And why? Like, question mark. Why?
Let's see if I search that. I don't think much pops up.
Oh, with the why? No.
Yeah. I got this Ellen-looking woman telling you how to tie a scarf. I don't know. I barely know how to tie a tie. I have to look up a video every time to tie a tie.
Got a scarf. She doesn't have any tie with it.
When's the last time you had to tie a tie? Have you had to tie a tie?
That's what comes up the search, because when you put tie in, it doesn't pick up tie. It picks up tie, like how to tie a scarf.
When's the last time you had to tie a tie?
Put, like, scarf and tie. You know what I mean? Reorder it. The search.
This article's 11 manly ways to tie a scarf. But my question is there any manly way to wear a scarf? I would say that's questionable.
Search this. Search scarf and tie.
Here, look at this.
Not how to tie a scarf.
Look at this. You can drape the scarf. You can do a once around. Have you ever had a once around?
I've never had a scarf.
Look at this. You can have a chest warmer where it wraps around you like an X. You could do the reverse.
Look like they take way too much time to try and accomplish.
Basically, every day I do the Persian knot. This right here, the Persian knot, I do that all the time. I have to say, like, someone at work, like, he's an older guy. He had a scarf at the Christmas party, and I thought, like, oh man, that's fucking lame. Scarves are just fucking lame. Come on.
Yeah, no, they are. And also, like, tying a sweatshirt or a jacket around your waist. It's just such a lame ass look.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Scarves are gay. No matter what.
Every time I've ever done that in my life, I just felt like a vagina formed right underneath it.
Yeah.
Instantly.
If you're gonna wear a scarf, you basically look like this, dude. You got some rainbow scarf on here. Scarves are gay.
Yeah.
Look at Usher. Yeah. Confirmed gay, wearing a scarf.
Usher.
Oh yeah, come on.
Really? I thought he was a pussy magnet. He was.
Oh, that's what I think. That's what you want. That's what they want you to think.
Oh, so he's gay for pay.
Yeah, he's doing a 4-in-hand type scarf thing here. This is a 4-in-hand movement.
Well, get out of this though. Go back.
It's for medium and long scarves. Perfect for freezing weather. The particular Fahrenheit would be 5 to 25 Fahrenheit. I don't know why they have the weather for that. So what are you looking at? Timothy Chalamet, The Waif of a Man?
Search scarf.
There's the waif.
And tie combo instead of tie scarf combo.
Scarf and tie combo. Let me search that.
Yeah.
Search scarf and tie combo. Let's see. Oh, hey, you know what? There's some neat looks.
It's different. It's a whole different result of searches.
It's different for sure.
I'll give it that.
Looks ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what Timothy Chalamet is doing these days. I guess he's doing Zendaya or whatever. Zendaya.
No, that's the Spider-Man motherfucker.
For now, right? Until Chalamet until he starts Chalameting that Zendaya.
I
he
don't.
starts Chalamet her. Oh, here you go. Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet are dating.
Oh,
There you go. Here's this look. What do you think about this look? Is this a normal look to wear at work?
I
If
mean,
I it makes me
it's
think, what if
almost like
someone saw this and was like, "Oh, I needed to get this look and wear this to work because I saw it on the red carpet."
do you think you're like a Tim and Eric character?
I need to wear this to my work Christmas party.
I just see like really out of shape people trying to put this on and like stretching outside of its capabilities.
Yeah, it's like it's only like someone who's like a skinny little twink like this that can pull this off. You know, like you can't pull that off unless you're Timothy Chalamet. I'm telling you, man, America's twink. The world's twink, actually, in fact. I think he transcended America. He's the world's twink.
He's British.
No, but I think he's the world's twink at this point. You know, like, look at this pose.
What do you mean? No.
I mean, he's going to be in the second Dune. Wait, it's either him or I think him and Charlie Styles.
That's not what I asked. What?
Timothy Chalamet and Harry Styles
Are you saying
are.
his name? I feel like you're talking about the guy from the Charlemagne the God
No,
from that black radio show.
a little different. But him and Harry
What
Styles
channel
are
he clips on?
they're competing for the world's twink title. Who is the world's twink? Is it Harry Styles? Is it Timothy Chalamet? That's the question.
I think Styles has got more.
Telling you, man, who's the more feminine?
I think Styles has got the edge because they're both doing movies, but Harry Styles has got all that music shit too.
It's true. He's got the music.
And I don't know if Timothy Charlemagne is got enough movies.
I mean, this is a cool look.
You know,
This is something you could take to work any day. It's if you're Prince, you know, like you could take this to work any day.
I feel like this outfit might have had some kind of like context we don't know about. You know,
It was from
like dressed up as like a.
It was either the Grammys or I know he took this. This is an award show. This was an award show thing here. I remember when this happened, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous." I mean, I wonder, is there any new Dune, the second Dune movie news? Oh, there's some sequel stuff here. Let's see. You haven't seen the first one, right? You really should see that first movie. It's really fucking good.
I saw a little of it. I just fell asleep.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
It's
just
really late, and I was already tired.
It's pretty fucking good. It's one of those movies that transcends.
I saw it at the Sninos like for like an hour, and then I completely like the whole time I was like pretty out of it already. So I really didn't get much, but the visuals were crazy.
Yeah, the visuals and the music are really fucking, worthwhile.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you like a word of dialogue that I witnessed.
Quentin Tarantino's movie's coming.
Do you have any Timothy Chalamet lines you can read off?
Oh God, no. I can't say that he's a particular like. I think he's good at what he does, but I can't say
he
he's
might be more of a model than actor.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he's got that. Yep.
They don't even ask him to do much. It's like stare pensively into the distance and recite this bullshit. You don't have to know what it's about.
I mean, I've seen Dune too, and I think the thing that is most memorable about him is Little Women. I think he's most memorable in that movie. He's good in Little Women. He's like a little prick.
I saw that shit. That's with Emma Watson and
she's barely in it. By the way, that's also Greta.
Ronan.
That's Greta Gerwig.
I know,
too.
but I saw that movie. I don't know. I saw like I was watching my parents' dog or something.
Yeah, Saoirse
It was
Ronan.
on there.
Saoirse Ronan's actually really good. I think she's a quality actress.
Yeah, she's like our new Kate Blanchett.
Pretty similar, yeah. I would say that's accurate, yeah.
If I had to recast Galadriel, I would give her that role.
Yeah, I would give her that than the fucking one they chose for Rings of Prime or whatever.
Oh, you can't even. I wouldn't even acknowledge that's existence. We need to wipe that out.
Yeah, they just got sued too. They're getting sued by I think whoever owns the rights at Warner Brothers. There's a whole like legal fiasco with that Tolkien estate. It's unfortunate. But hey, 20 years since Return of the King. Coming up in September. It's been a long time since the end of that series. Still holds up. The CG and everything, and still holds up. Great series. Best trilogy of all time, I would say. What comes close?
No, Star Wars.
Yeah, but I don't know. You got fucking the Muppets in the third movie. The first movie is kind of okay.
Muppets.
Yeah, you got the fucking
What
Ewoks.
do you want, man?
Ewoks.
It's the 80s, man.
Wait, what's better? You think?
Compare the 80s to,
Here's the question:
CG.
Ewoks versus like the ghost army in Return of the King. What's better? I would say probably the ghost army. Ewoks are kind of fucking lame. And also, like, the third movie, Han Solo just, like, fucking stands there. It basically has no plot. The whole first part of the movie is awesome.
I don't know, man.
The first part is great.
Some of the worst fucking CG I've ever seen was early Harry Potter on a broom and that sequence with the ghost people going over, like, the elephants and stuff.
Oh, really? I don't know. I don't know if I mind that so much. I mean, the only thing I didn't like about
it looked bad. Like some and like Legolas climbing over all those elephants and shit looked really bad.
The only thing I didn't like about the Ghost Army and Return of the King was that it was. The thing I didn't like was that they just like killed everything so simply. I thought that was like a little like too easy of a. Like they killed everything so easy. It was a kind of like an easy excuse. Kind of like Deus Ex Machina. Like now that you have them. You can just kill everything. But I don't know. It was okay. I feel like I like Fellowship the best. And then I would say probably Two Towers. And then I would say Return of the King. They all kind of progressively got a little worse. But I think a lot of people like Return of the King more than Two Towers. Two Towers is great. Gets disregarded. I mean, I think Fellowship is kind of unanimously the best. I feel like it has more thought put into any other ones. This was like the start of it. Do you have a particular order of favorites there?
No, I mean I try and just think of it as a whole, because if they had the ability to, they probably would just made like a 8-hour, 10-hour movie.
I mean, as a whole, it's great. There's great parts in Return of the King. I would say the Army of the Dead is not one of those.
If you think if there was a release that was like real expanded and it was like 5 hours, and then you take a break and it's like another 5 hours, it's like some 10-hour like epic, weird, fucked up shit.
So they have that, by the way.
Anything.
That's that might come out in a few years. That's
in theaters, I mean.
Yeah, in theaters too. That they have there is an extended cut is the word of all these movies. Like,
Double
I think
extended?
Yeah, because right now the extended goes like 4 hours. There's word that there's at least another hour for each. So that'll probably happen. And I would rather that than like a whole new movies or a whole new show. I'd rather just more of what we had from Peter Jackson and company. It's just He was just a very original filmmaker to do this whole role too. You know, you can give this to like this is something that like should be given to James Cameron or someone shitty, and it was given to like a fucking guy who made Meet the Feebles. You know, like it's a weird idea.
Yeah, did you see that Bad Tastes documentary?
Yeah, I mean, it's just would you ever think that guy would go on to make this big series?
Like such weird stuff. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he was a legit weird filmmaker, weird horror guy. To make all this stuff is just pretty awesome. It's like that's why this movie works. The reason why the other ones don't is because you give it to some just random studio guy that's just gonna do whatever the studio wants, makes a Marvel movie, that kind of crap.
Well, why do you think King Kong turned out the way it did?
I also think that could have been a studio thing. Also, I think it was money. Just I think trying to extend out that story just doesn't work. It was kind of meant to be a small story. It didn't need to be extended like Peter Jackson did.
This probably also had too much money and too much freedom to do whatever.
Yeah, and it's also like
sometimes it's better. I think it's sometimes better to be under constraints. You know,
and you talk about like fan edits. I could see a really good fan edit of that movie because you could take bits and pieces of that movie that are really good and then condense it down to like an hour and a half. But it doesn't need to be like a 4-hour movie like it is. And I like all the people they got for it. I think like all the casting choices actually like work. Having Jack Black as the main character, I think that was good. Having Naomi Watts as the blonde, good. You know, what's his name? The Jewish guy from Pianist.
Brody.
Yeah, having him in it is good. Good choice, especially at the time.
I feel like part of the reason it didn't do well is maybe the cast.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with the cast. I think it has to do with like the bloating of that movie. You bloated like every single part.
Can you like even recall what the people in that movie had done before that? Because I feel like Adrian Brody just did The Pianist.
Well, that's why he got that role.
Done like
Chow Hal probably at that point.
Yeah.
And being like, yeah, no, after Chow Hal, he was pretty much like a big comedic, guy to get. I get it. That wouldn't make sense. I don't think that was a bad choice.
Done like 28 grams or some shit.
And Mulholland Drive. At that point, for sure. And before that, what else did she do? I mean, I'm gonna look at her. Was she doing Seven, or was it not Seven? The horror movie. What was that movie?
Oh,
The Ring.
The Well.
The Ring.
Yeah, The Ring.
Yeah, I think she had that going at the time. I haven't seen her in years. I would only wonder what she looks like. I could see her not looking the greatest at this time.
Well, yeah, she's pretty old.
I mean, let's see. What is she? She's born in 1968.
But she's Australian.
Yeah, so it kind of holds up. Well, you always get that. You can get that Nicole Kidman plastic surgery, too. That was my problem. Did you see The Northman at all?
Fuck, I need to still see that.
I should have saw it in theaters. That's something to go watch. Like, if you should put that on a list. It's good. The only thing weird about it is like Nicole Kidman being it with her plastic surgery face. That's the only thing that I would say is like I don't like about it.
Son, right?
What was that?
She fucks her son.
Yeah, there's some Oedipus shit. Yeah, so she was post doing The Ring when she did King Kong. That was her big claim at the time. But yeah, she got The Ring.
20, yeah, that was big. That's a big
21
deal.
Grams. You got
Ring Dude. It's a reboot.
Mulholland Drive beforehand. Yeah. Yeah. Got Babe, Pig in the City. She did some voices for it.
Like you can see like all the shit that built up for all these actors to get these like, if the movie was not a failure, it could have been huge. Like it could have been a big money making, like career, defining type of thing. But instead, it was like,
well, it's like there's even better King Kong versions. Like that one with Jeff Bridges is better, way better.
Yeah. Oh man, and Jennifer Lang. Yeah, that one's really gory and fucked up.
I thought about
There's
watching.
like this whole
When we were
sequence
doing we were
where
talking about doing movies like where we'd watch. I thought about that one because that's a good one. It's on
yeah,
Prime.
it is.
It's a good one.
It's like one of those where I've really like watched it a bunch, but going back and like seeing again,
It's from
I probably
'77.
realized and noticed a lot more what's going on.
Yeah, and she's fucking super hot in it too. Like, yeah, she's good in that.
What else is she in? From that time period.
I mean, I know her from that. That's '76. I don't really know what else, but I mean, she's looks really good in that
Oh,
movie.
I know. What's that Dustin Hoffman movie where he dresses up as a woman?
Oh, Tootsie. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
in
she's in
Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Yeah,
She looks real good in Tootsie. And
similar
who
time
else is in
period.
that? Who plays his friend? Oh, Bill Murray, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Believe
I've seen
so.
Tootsie. I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, it's a funny movie too. It's good. Got that
I don't know how funny it's pretty dated, but
got that gay
it's
for
okay.
yeah. Oh, she's good. Oh yeah. I mean, she's had plastic surgery a lot too. But
Yeah, but
I always
it's
thought
pretty standard.
she was attractive in Big Fish for an older woman. I always thought that.
Big Fish.
She's in Big
Really, I
Fish.
was just so focused on Albert Finney.
Or Alison, you weren't focusing on Alison Lohman, Dragman Hell girl, disappeared after this. After Dragman Hell
What do you mean?
disappeared.
Somebody kidnapped her?
I think so. I think maybe Harvey Weinstein kidnapped her, threw her down a well. Maybe Albert Finney did it. Who knows? Or maybe Billy Crudup after he did Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, he's got some fucked up shit.
Both him and Alison Lohman are down that well. They're both down there, begging to get out.
Oh, really? They got off the field stuff?
I mean, have you seen Billy Crudup since any of these things? He's not in
No,
around
that's what I'm saying.
anything.
I saw some like stories of he did some scandalous stuff.
Yeah, he must have fucked around with the wrong people to get this fate.
Yeah, he got blacklisted.
It seems like it, man. All right, well, that about goes through all my shit. I talked about Harry Potter. We talked about Lilo and Stitch. The whitewashing. We talked about Mario. Success of Mario. Hopefully that keeps going. Because you know what? Fuck Disney. I hope Mario does good.
Well, hold on. What does Mario's success have to do with anti-Disney?
Oh, dude. I mean, it's by the company who did Minions, Universal. So if it's a big like hit. If Mario does well, it's a big hit to Disney. There's also even part of the Universal theme park that's opening up that's going to be Mario related. And this is just the first of these Mario movies. They're going to do like at least 3 or 4 more after this. And I even heard like it'd be cool to see a Luigi's Mansion movie because Charlie Day plays Luigi, so I think a lot of people like him in it.
Well, he doesn't play him; he just voices it.
But I would actually be more interested in a Luigi's Mansion, Haunted Mansion than the Mario movie. Rather see that. That's actually kind of a cool. I don't know. That's kind of a cool plot that they have going with that whole thing. It's not a bad game.
Yeah, I remember actually seeing that shit like years ago on a little DS thing, and you like would run around with a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, it's a good game and everyone loves it. It's one of those very beloved GameCube games. It's a cool it's GameCube, yeah. No, yeah, so if Super Mario does well, it's a big hit to Disney, which I'm totally down with because they haven't had a big hit in a while. And now you got like it's the same company who did Minions, so like Minions and Super Mario Brothers have been kind of etching out all the Pixar shit, all the Disney shit. Disney just has their repeated properties that just keep doing it over and over. There's nothing new. All their new stuff has flopped. Strange New Worlds was something new that flopped. Some other fucking troll Pixar movie flopped. Onwards or something. Total big flop. Turning Red was like about periods. It kind of wasn't too financially successful. I saw it was okay.
Panda too.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was okay. I know a lot of people talk shit on it. I thought it was okay. I saw it on Disney Plus. I thought it was okay. It wasn't anything like I would never want to see any of these movie in theaters because I'm not like a fucking child. But if I'm watching on fucking Disney Plus and I just turn on the background, it's okay. Same with like Mario. I'm not gonna go watch this movie. I'm gonna watch it when it comes out and streaming. Just put it in the background, see what it is. Not gonna pay too much attention to it. I like that Anna Taylor-Joy is in it. She's always good. She's good in The Northman too. That's one to watch, man. She's like a kind of like a Slavic
like a witch, but like a.
She's a Slavic slave. No. She's like one of the. She gets captured by the Vikings. I think she's a Russian, and then one of the main character kind of gets with her. It's really what that's. She doesn't have a big part. She has a very limited role. Same with what's his name? The guy from Lighthouse, the older guy, the German guy. What's his name?
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, he's got a very limited role in the Northman too, but it's good. It's all hopped up on mushrooms. He plays
like a fool.
Yeah, he's like a fool / like shaman. It's a cool role. That's a good part too.
Yeah.
Also, the main
I don't know how I know that. I
what's the guy
somewhere?
The guy from Gattaca. What's his name?
Who?
The main guy from Gattaca.
Oh, Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke has a very limited role in the movie too, but it was good. It was cool. It's a really good movie. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I must have fucking saw like somebody review this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why I watched that, man. I don't like seeing that and then watching the movie.
It's one of those movies worth watching. It's art house Braveheart.
I sure saw it.
I'm gonna it's art house Braveheart to a T. It's like if you like Braveheart and you like arty movies and you want to clash them together, that's what The Northman is. Art house Braveheart. That's all I have to say. And what else we talked? We talked about F. Abrams Murray getting kicked out by Rob McElhenney because he's a little bitch nowadays. Jonathan Majors is done. Denzel Washington hates Hollywood. I don't blame him. And J.K. Rowling's transphobe, but still successful.
Too big to fail.
That really is it, because it's just it's too beloved.
See this like up and coming guy who hasn't been established. He's okay to cancel, but you ain't canceling her.
I do have to say, if you're this big, I wouldn't say anything. I would just say nothing. Why even talk? Why even voice your opinion? Just tell people.
She can do whatever she wants to get away with it. That's why.
I guess. Why don't you just tell your fucking friend how you feel? You need to report it on the internet. I don't know.
It's almost like imagine if you could like get away with like murdering somebody. It's like that's probably how they feel. They've got enough money and power and influence where they could probably order somebody to get like assassinated, and they get away with it.
If there was one person you could like murder that was a celebrity, who would you choose? And you could get away with it.
Right now, or like ever?
Right now.
Right now, the manager for the Mets, or whoever's like setting the lineups.
I get rid of that Dunkin' Donuts fucking guy. He keeps telling me about making the donuts, waking up. I get rid of that fucking guy.
That's and the so old, man. That guy...
And the Hess truck jingle guy, fucking take that guy out.
So you're bothered by ads from the 80s? You weren't
I'm bothered by ads from 1991.
Oh, I thought it was earlier than that. The Making the Donuts guy.
I mean, I remember from. Oh no, dude, that stretched well into the early 90s. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh. And the Hess truck is here. Fuck that guy. Fuck that jingle maker.
Yeah. And Hess trucks are like such a shitty market. Like I feel like they do not sell.
I mean, they do if they're in box. That is true. If they're in box and they're from the 80s, they sell.
For how much?
At least like $100. Like, come on, let's see.
That's barely what you. That's like not even that much more than what you paid.
I mean,
To set
got
up that
I got
long.
it for free. I was looking at that My Monster thing. Remember that we were talking about this My Pet Monster, $400.
I had one of those. Fuck. My cousin had one too.
Tom had one of those too. I remember it. I never had one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't get one of
and my
those.
cousin had one. My mom gave it to Lupus.
They kind of had that penis type nose. Weird warty penis
it was
nose.
definitely cock-like. Yeah.
Hess truck inbox. Let's do the 1991 one. Hess truck inbox. $35. Get a straight $35 from this thing. Bubble wrapped and all.
It's opened.
Not that much.
If you don't open it, it's probably more.
I remember people would say like, "Oh, these things are worth so much." They're not worth shit.
You put unsealed in the search.
And put that in the search.
Change the search.
Put sealed in here. $24.
50.
You ain't getting that much from it, actually. Oh, this one's actually. They're still going, man. This is a 2021 Hess truck plane, cargo plane and jet.
The sales planes are not much more than it would cost to just buy it.
Yeah, I mean this is $70. Probably buy it would be $30. So you're making some money. Get yourself a stew going.
Time your way.
Get like a couple ham bones and everything. Get a stew going. Carl Weathers always says good stuff about that. Let's see. Got a miniature helicopter. All right, so they're still selling Hess trucks. Shit. I didn't think they would.
Do you have any?
No, I have none of that. You know what I do have? I got these. My girlfriend was talking about this. We got these McDonald's Halloween buckets. Because they brought them back. You know, like there's these adult toys they're bringing back now from McDonald's because everyone's an adult pretender as our age. No one's like really an adult. So we got these. They're selling for $40. We got for like $5. Not a bad deal.
Really?
Yeah. I got that boo
Ungraded?
I mean, yeah. There's nothing to grade.
Nice. So you got, well, is it 40 for all three?
It's 40 for all three.
Oh, that's not really that great.
That is the thing, man. There's the McDonald's toys have Oh, okay, shit. No, this is actually, honestly, this might be the time to buy some McDonald's toys so you can get the Mario ones. It's an investment right there. Get that,
so we should go to McDonald's and buy a bunch of Happy Meals to get the
honestly, toy? It probably is one of the better Happy Meal toys you can get. Like, see, that Mario one's actually pretty awesome coming out of the pipe. Pretty good.
That we can tell them, like, we don't want to buy a bunch of Happy Meals. Can we just buy the toys instead?
I think you get forced into buy it. You have to be like an embarrassed adult and ask for a Happy Meal and pretend it's for your kid that you don't have.
Yeah, we have to eat like 10 straight Happy Meals right in front of them on the counter just to open up each bag to get the toy.
But you know what? I'm looking at this line and there's some good ones. Like that Mario one's good. The Koopa one's good. Peach always sells. Donkey Kong's good. Mario and the Go-Kart's good. I don't know what the fuck this.
Of course, yeah. They just did like the basic stuff. Yeah.
Pretty much everyone but this one in the middle with the fucking, I don't know what this is, a little cloud penis thing. The happy face.
Know. It looks like a Kirby ripoff.
Yeah. Maybe. But besides from that, everyone is good.
I don't know who the fuck that is. It's almost like, remember that Muppets thing they did where they had like a human Muppet and then everyone else is like the old regular Muppets?
Yeah.
And people hate it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Man, yeah. I gotta go get some. I'm gonna go get some Mario toys.
Yeah, we both should just stack up on them and keep them in the packages.
Yeah, I'm not joking. This is actually one that's not that bad because this is gonna be like Mario doesn't die. This is gonna be always popular forever. I'm not even joking on that.
Buy a bunch of Happy Meals. Can we like just talk to the employees of the McDonald's and say like, listen, can we just like buy a bunch of these toys and not eat all the food?
Yeah, just like get them a couple, like get them like a gram of meth, and I'm sure they'll be down.
Yeah, It's like, listen, I got a half a bottle of Jankum left and some bath salts.
Yeah,
How
say
many
like,
toys can I?
are you into tea, man? You're into that ice? Tell them, and they'll be down.
I got some ketamine and I got a Skrillex cassette tape.
Fuck, I mean,
Can I get 30?
The last one was Mass Singer bullshit. Who the fuck wants this? What are you, some, you know, what's that guy? The black guy, Nick Cannon. What are you, some Nick Cannon fanboy?
Yeah, I feel like Steve Harvey, Nick Cannon. Yeah, same guy.
Shit, man. Oh, this was the. Let me see.
Do you see that memo Steve Harvey sent out to his like the office of Family Feud, saying like, "Don't talk to me when I'm around. Like, don't you're like so beneath me. I don't want you to talk to me and have conversations with me."
What if you get him a good suit though? You get him a good suit, I'm sure he's into it. You get him like a nice purple suit, I bet you he'd be down.
It's just it must be nice to be at that level of power where like you can just tell people like, listen, I'm at the point right now in my career where I can't be bothered by little peons to even speak to me for a second.
I mean, you're on Family Feud for so long, man. I guess I get it. You know, it's a good show. Oh, so this cactus, this adult Happy Meal, adult Happy Meal toy.
What do you think he is, like some like Oscar award-winning fucking actor?
I don't think anyone gives shit about Steve Harvey. I think he,
I know,
you know, he films out of Atlanta. He films out of the Tyler Perry sets. So he ain't
know
going
he
too
does,
far
'cause-
out of the South.
No, I know where he films because when this episode ends, they show that peach logo thing.
Yeah, he definitely films in Georgia out of Tyler Perry shit. Tyler Perry's making that cash.
Yeah.
That's a smart guy. He like bought all the capital to like have a studio there, and now everyone
You
films
have
there.
one of these toys? They're horrifying.
Yeah, they're weird. This is the adult Happy Meal thing. I never got my hands on this, but this was what everyone was talking about. I don't get what's with the double eyes and shit, but they were popular. The double eye grimace.
Huh.
I don't know, but tomorrow, man, I might be getting some Mario toys.
Me too. No, I don't even mind the McDonald's. I'll just buy like if I buy like a bunch of fries, can I get one with it?
No, you gotta get a Happy Meal, man. You gotta get a Happy Meal right now.
Oh,
order that on
like
Grubhub.
A burger and take a small burger, small fry, small drink.
Get some Apple things with it or some shit. I don't know what they give you now.
Hold on. I might have to order one. I'm gonna make delivery app.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pick one right now. I'm going through the process. Let's do a Happy Meal hamburger.
Yeah, I'm gonna make deliver it.
I'm building my own move. Customizing this, getting a hamburger. No bun, no patty. I'll get ketchup and get pickles.
No bun.
So I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna get ketchup, pickles, onions, and mustard. That's what I'm gonna get.
And they charge the same amount.
I'm gonna choose the worst possible pick you can get for this.
That's so fucked up. That, like you're literally ordering like a non-sandwich for the same amount of money as a full one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get orange.
Wait, so
orange juice with that.
They're literally gonna put a bunch of pickles in a bag.
Yeah, this is only 170 calories. That's not that bad. Come on. It's basically pickles, onions, and mustard. What would they do? Would they just be like, we'll slop together in like a little fucking, in a paper thing. We'll slop it all together.
It's just gonna be like pickles and cheese in a bag.
Yeah. Oh, so last time I did this, I tried these McNuggets for the first time in like 20 years. They're fucking awful. They're fucking awful. I don't get why. And people talk about these like they're good. They're awful. I don't even know what they are. So they are apparently bone. Oh, you know what I got the other day? That's really good. I recommend it. Get an air fryer, man. You got an air fryer over there?
My mom has one.
They're really good, man. I got this Ninja air fryer, and it like cooks
like the blender company. Yeah,
it cooks like in half the time. It's really fucking good, and it like kind of crisp. It's really good. I'm actually very impressed by it, and it's so small.
I'm just going to the banks right now.
I got this one for $100 on sale at Target, but it says it's 160, 150 here. I got this on sale. I beat the system.
What are you using it?
I cook like chicken in it. You can cook bacon. You can cook like everything in it. I was realizing how a lot of people use this for everything. I'm impressed by it. It cooks everything in like, instead of spending like 25 minutes, it'll be like 15 minutes. It's just like ultra hot convection oven. It's really good. And in like a small space. Depends what you want to cook. Chicken is really good in it. Vegetables are really good in it. Bacon you can cook in it. Everything. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, so far you said chicken and bacon like 4 times.
Yeah, chicken and bacon. That always goes together. I bet you.
It cooks everything, but mainly chicken and bacon.
I bet you Timothy Chalamet is not allowed to have either of those. I'm sure he's not allowed to have any bacon, any chicken. He's got to eat like kale all day.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, Denzel Washington
is
eating that ribs and bacon.
Documentary on his diet.
Could be.
And his bowel movements.
Yeah, I bet you that's all documented. Tim Burton's probably documented that. All right, man, I gotta head out.
Part of the casting process, Tim Burton is just shitting in a bag.
That's the casting couch. That's where Ava Green made her money. On that casting couch. All right, man. I gotta head out. See you, man.